most dudes don't truly care about your past unless it's affecting this right here.
Right now.
Welcome to another episode of Something for the People. This is your boy B Hunt, aka the Silent Prophet, along with my co-host Big Country.
What's good, people? How y'all doing?
You couldn't let the process be the process. And that's the frustrating part about it, is that's when that broken person goes to another person
And
creates another broken person.
Welcome to another episode of Something for the People. This is your boy B Hunt, aka the Silent Prophet, along with my co-host Big Country.
What's good, people?
And for your viewing pleasure, we have Justin. And
I am Randy.
And that's Mr. Randy. I'm not saying that you didn't, that's just Mr. Justin. Just to even it out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's all love. Question, while I got you all here, what is the idea of simping? What is that? What is simping?
Well, the reason, because I know we were talking before the show, and we were talking about the issues that, like, randomly simping has just become the new wave, and everybody just want, I want him to be a simp, kind of things like that. And you hear dudes come out talking about, simping means weakness and all this other stuff. So it's like we just trying to break down the actual mindset behind it and why.
See, the thing I think about it is, first off, who's benefiting from the simping, right?
Yeah.
Is it the guy that's simping that's benefiting, or is it the girl that's receiving receiving the gifts from the guy that's doing the simping, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So who's benefiting from it, right? I guess both parties are benefiting, right? As far as he would never be able to get this girl without doing X, Y, and Z.
See, but that's my thing is, if you were never able to get that girl without doing it, maybe you shouldn't have that girl.
It's called prostitution. I mean,
that's like, I would never be able to get that girl without $1 million. Nigga, you couldn't get that girl. That $1 million got you that girl.
I mean, yeah. I mean, that's true. But is it everything? You know, when they ask, what does one bring to the table? Like, that's the same thing for dudes, too. It's like, what you bring to the table. If you're just some nerdy, lame dude, whatever, you got $1 million, that's going to look better. Oh, so I shouldn't get this girl just because she with me for, like, something like that?
But just because a girl look good don't mean they ain't lame.
Yeah, I know. But I was saying, like, if it's a dirty dude, I don't know if he's going to turn that down. Even if he ain't kicking out money, she likes the idea of it. That's going to make it more attractive. I'm not going to turn down a girl just because you think I'm more attractive because I'm bald. Like,
and I agree with that for the nerdy dude. But what is coming out is they're pushing more of,
if you ain't doing that,
you're not doing this. Hey, I ain't the nerdy dude.
Yeah.
I can pull hoes. I can pull girls.
I know.
Pull your mama.
But to me, simping is valuing somebody over yourself.
Yeah, you can't do that.
So, like, outside of me, the exchange is me.
Right.
If I got to do extra than that, that's simping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like, I was like, me and my time and whatever I was going to do, like, that's
like
as far as
extra,
it goes.
Doing too much, doing extra. If you have to do more than what's required in a relationship.
If I got to be more than me, then that's simping.
Like,
so, So,
like, I love to cook. So, me cooking for my wife, that ain't simping.
Right.
But, nigga, if you ain't never been out here...
Also, I got a question. So,
I don't think you can sit with your wife.
That's what I was going to say.
I disagree.
I
disagree. I disagree.
I ain't finna cook you nothing.
Married, so no.
I want to say you can't. I don't think you can sit with your wife because, in essence of what I believe in marriage, is when y'all are together, y'all are supposed to be one. So really, you just spoiling yourself.
Yeah.
But I'd say, where's the level at? Right?
Level?
The level. Like, it's supposed to be equal because we're one. If I'm over there, it's one of the third round of this bitch. not what, you know what I mean?
Well, shoot, you're not
So-
gonna get into a relationship or a marriage with somebody that's not gonna do the same for you.
Yeah.
Well, some people
wait
do.
a second. Wait
Well,
a
I mean,
second.
And then if you started, I think
But-
that's the case. If you started out simping, the expectation is you to
Is
maintain the
keep
simping
that-
even
Oh,
into
okay.
the
Keep
marriage.
that energy.
So okay,
But
let's
what
say
I'm
so
saying-
the first Valentine's Day you buy some flowers, right?
But
I'm
that
talking
ain't
about a
simping.
nice bouquet.
That's beautiful.
This for the Valentine's Day, right?
Yeah.
This Valentine's Day, you really can't do it because X, Y, and Z. Let's say your car broke down, you gotta spit out $2,500 for transmission, right?
Right.
And you ain't really got it at that time, right? Because you had to spit out a lot of money. You want to make
It sounds like a personal
I'm
story.
just saying. No. I'm just saying. No.
Hey, bro.
I'm saying what's considered simple. You know
I
what
don't
I'm
think
saying?
that's.
Yeah.
I don't feel like that's. It's like I bought you flowers, but like you said, if we together and we won,
Exactly.
it's more beneficial for me to have a car than you to have some flowers.
Yeah.
So
100%.
I'm not simping with my wife.
But dude, you said if you start there, you gotta keep doing
No,
that?
I said because on the
Like
premise
simping.
that you was simping in the beginning. So
Yeah,
if, you
when
was
you got-
if you was the dude who was like
Okay, so what's simping? What would you say in the beginning? Simping in the beginning.
simping in the beginning is putting yourself out there as a
Tricking
cash
off.
cow. Like
Oh, okay.
I'm just here for I'm about if a chick tell you that I'm a sugar baby,
I
nigga,
need-
you tricking.
Yeah.
Okay, if she tell you,
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, you tricking.
But, nah,
It's-
what I'm saying is, like, okay, those are the highs of it. I think he's asking, like, a normal guy. Like, normal girls ain't sugar babies.
Exactly.
Not real ones. They might get, like,
I'ma tell you
McDonald's
like
here and
that.
there.
I'm tired
They
of
don't
talking
sugar
about
babies.
how
girls be
you
over
gotta
there
get to
act-
the
trying
normal
to-
aspect.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
so
what I mean.
norm.
Like,
Alright, so
you
norm.
target your girl, you buy her
If you-
flowers on the third date. That's simple to me.
I don't know.
Nah.
I wouldn't say
Because
that's it.
if you really feeling that you buy flowers, like it depends on why you did it,
You're
like your
courting her, though,
intent.
bro.
It's
Yeah.
like
That's a part of courting.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's flowers,
If I
bro.
like
that ain't,
you, you
that
know,
ain't a
I'm
diamond
over
ring.
here
I'm not
showing-
buying you no
Nah,
diamond
but-
ring
yeah,
on the third
you
date.
ain't
I
you ain't
would
getting no
say
diamond rings on
flowers
the third date.
come-
Exactly.
No diamond rings
If
on
I'm-
the third date. No
if I'm-
diamonds on the third date.
If I'm dating her,
Plus, you got
like,
a
if
third
we
date.
a couple,
I should be smashing.
the initial of the couplehood, sure, like we together, something special comes up, boom, flowers. But a girl I'm just talking to, we ain't seen each other a couple of times. Third date, I show her flowers. There's no reason I should, in my book,
Well,
there's no reason that I should be showing over flowers
in
because
aspect,
we are.
in aspect,
prior
this
to-
is what I'm saying with that. I'm not saying that I deserve sex after the third date. Just saying. I'm saying my personality and me. If I'm vibing with somebody and it's on the third date, we on that level. I'm just saying. That's
Nah,
just how that is.
And I
And
don't
what I'm
have
saying-
time
okay.
on it. As
This-
soon as
Hold on,
we're
just clarify
clicking,
what you saying.
There's a
Hold on.
difference
Okay.
between me giving you I just gave you some flowers.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Versus me tricking off doing the trip to Dubai
Yeah.
or
No.
something like that.
Oh,
No,
but
But
you
he
said-
said,
give
but
you
he was
something
saying
that's-
the norm level.
Something
And
that's
I feel what he's
expensive.
saying. What he's
Yeah.
saying
As
is
far as
Yeah.
has value. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Something that has value, like getting you a car or getting you some diamonds or
Yeah,
getting you,
but
getting
those-
you paying your rent.
those are
Shit
still
like that.
extreme levels. I'm trying to take simping down because simping has happened every day for a long time. Well, I was at a normal nigga.
Okay.
I make $45,000 a year.
Okay.
Right.
Simping level.
Right.
The simping level would
Buying
be,
flowers?
buying flowers or
Okay.
taking a weekend vacation,
Right,
all
right,
paid,
right,
some-
right.
something like that.
Buying
That would be
flowers for,
simping,
someone you
especially
didn't like.
if it's in the initial stage of it. Like,
Right.
if we're a couple and I'm playing like, okay, we've been dating 6 months.
Right.
I just want to get away.
Right.
I'm going to take a trip.
I
Let's
want
go
you
to
come
San
with me.
Antonio.
Right. yeah.
Boom. Like, come on, let's go.
Right.
And if I'm paying. She can kick in here and there, whatever.
Right.
However she feel. But that will let me know what kind of girl she is anyway.
Exactly.
But that's not tricking. That's relationship. Now, we've been seeing each other a month,
Right.
non-exclusive.
Okay.
This is our 4th date.
Okay, so
I'm
we're
talking
not-
about,
we're not-
hey,
okay.
you want to come with me for the weekend? I'll pay for everything. That's simping. That's tricking, right?
Yes.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Those are normal nigga things.
Yes.
Like, y'all talking about buying cars and like flying to Dubai. It's like, nigga, no nigga I know sipping like that. not in real life.
I know.
Like, if they are, it's like, more
I
power
know
to
some
them,
niggas like
nigga.
that.
Tell not.
I
You
know
know
some
what?
niggas like
I mean, sorry for the language. My bad.
Yeah.
Well, the whole idea is
This is
we're
it,
trying
man.
to just break down this whole idea of simping and white men being encouraged so much to simp. I'm like, don't get me wrong.
By who though? By females?
Well, just by society in general. You be surprised how many.
And how guys
like you
be,
hear
jumping
how
on the
other
bandwagon.
dudes be over here pandering, talking about, if you're not doing this,
Paying all
and
the
this, and
bills.
this, yeah, paying all the bills for your. I'm like, don't get me wrong. Me and my wife, I pay basically all the bills, but that's my wife. I'm not about to pay the bills for no. I'm not about to pay your bills. I'm not about to pay your friend bill. I ain't paying nobody's bill but my own bills.
True statement.
And it's like, and that's even normal now.
Right.
For a normal chicks, what am I getting? You getting me.
Just
the
like
same thing I'm getting you.
I think, for me, I think there's like a breakdown of like the older generation and now. And like there's something like broken telephone, something was missing in the middle. Because it's like, like I don't think we should be living together in general. Like we can cohabitate at times.
Right.
But I want my space. She got her space. Whatever. But if I were to take on the, living together role, I mean, depending on the relationship, but again, not know where I stand. It would be, I'm paying the bills. But not in the sense of simping, like, oh man, baby, I'm going to do this for you. It's like, nah, I'm paying the bills because this is my place.
Right.
You came into this. I didn't come into you. And I get it. You're supposed to come in as a partnership. That's probably why it ain't going to work for me. But it's like, I can never give her the control. That's why. But like, it's kind of some old school stuff because, back in the day, great grandpa, he making the money,
Right.
and I'm paying for everything. Like, you're here, you're benefiting from it. It's nice that you get the benefit, but it's not for your benefit.
You say that, right?
Yeah.
But then the guys that say they want to pay all the, if you're not paying all the bills, you're not all that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just like Grandpa was paying all the bills, right? Grandma wasn't working or nothing like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
These women are working and keeping their money.
Yeah.
And still requiring the guy to pay all the bills.
Yeah. I know. Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
I understand what you're saying.
I'm with it.
Yeah.
Keep all your money, baby.
Right.
Because this, at the end of the day, this is me. Like, I won't allow your emotion to have stake in my solid standing, Because you get mad at me one day. Mm-hmm. Whatever. If this is your place, I'm out.
Okay. So
and if this is our place, I got to deal with it.
Okay, so how would you feel? Okay, let's say you paying all the bills, right? And she's making her money, she's keeping her money. Let's say, how would you feel? Let's say X, Y, and Z, one day you find her phone open, she cheating on you or something, right?
No.
Right. But how would you feel would you feel used?
Nah.
Why,
because that was the price I was paying. That was the price I was paying. That's what my money went to.
Okay.
Her half of the rent. Like, I didn't always think like this, but now it's like, that makes sense. Her half of the rent.
What's her half of the rent?
Like if it were to be split 50-50,
right.
It's like, nah, I'm going to cover that. That's an insurance policy. Because if you ain't acting right, if you in the wrong, you can go.
Right.
Because I pay my insurance policy every month. So that if you ain't acting right, I can get rid of you.
Right.
Because otherwise, I got to stick this lease out. I got to break this lease. I got to do whatever. I got to sell this house. No. That's not what I'm doing. What I'm doing is I'm living a sovereign life. I'm not attached to none of this.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to be.
Right.
But not in the sense of you're going to pull something when you leave.
Right.
Like, nah. Like, so, like, it would be in the same idea. Well, not the same idea because it's rooted from different places. It would be doing the same thing, though.
Right.
I'm paying the bills.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you living easy. It's your money, baby.
Exactly.
That's you.
Mm-hmm.
But my reasoning is because, all right, if it's time to switch, then, it makes for an easy cut. And he's thinking, hey, this is going to make us stay. The simp is like, I'm going to pay all these bills. I'm going to make it so comfortable. You'll stay.
Right.
It's like, I don't care if you stay like that.
Right.
You have the option to.
So that's the difference.
But if it go bad,
So
you can leave.
what you saying here, just so I can simplify it, a simp is paying to keep, and just a sovereign. We're gonna call him a player because I ain't got no other
Yeah. I mean,
sovereign player.
It's a general guy.
A general guy. If he's doing that, but without intent to keep, he's just like, hey.
Yeah, but like it would take so much for a girl to be able to move in and be able to do that. Like she would have to be more than likely going to stay.
Right.
You know, like it had to be like 99.99 that
Now,
she ain't going nowhere.
Ain't nothing.
real quick, because I gotta make sure I put this difference on there. There's a big difference between dating and us being married. Like, me and him married. I be dang if my wife keep all her money to herself and not do nothing and, I'm just paying everything, doing everything. Like, nah. You ain't got, I don't need your money, but, like, for example, when it comes to the children, my wife pays the things with the children.
Mm-hmm.
That's her number one thing.
Mm.
I take care of these bills. I take care of all the other stuff because my wife is working. So it's like all these benefit our house.
Right.
Whatever benefits all of us. What I refuse to do is be over here. And yes, in those certain cases, you can be a trick. I pay all the bills. The kids need. I pay all that. They need all that. My wife over here stacking up money, but that don't benefit our household. If it benefits all of us, great. I don't care how we cut it, as long as it benefits the house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
Because I say, when I was married, all the money that we made was together. It wasn't like she had her money, I had my money. We made our money together, and we brought it all together. Of course, we had what we can spend, but it was an unlimited amount. And either one of us could touch it because we were steady adding to the pile.
Yeah. And
You know
that,
what I'm saying?
and that would make it.
Bills came out that, yeah. And whenever we wanted to go do something, or whenever she wanted to go do something, or I wanted to go do something, it came out there too. Because we had enough in there, and everybody brought together. We brought both of our. It wasn't no, I'm going to hold on to this, I'm going to hold on to that. You know what I'm saying? It was a togetherness. It was a oneness.
Yeah.
And everything came in this pot, and everything in this pot went for what we needed.
Yeah.
Just like that.
That would make it impossible to be a simp in that,
Exactly.
in that regard.
Exactly.
Maybe in the different in actions, maybe, but like financially, that'd be impossible.
But with
because
both
it's
of us
an even
bringing
split.
money in, and then women getting better education nowadays and actually earning more than some guys. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's
With
time.
that now being happened, if both of us put in a pot like that, you know, the kind of stuff we can do, we can invest in businesses, we can venture off and buy houses, flip houses, we can do all kind of, you know what I'm saying? But they selfish.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
We all get a little selfish.
you know what I'm saying?
and that goes back to the simp thing. Like, if you allow her to be selfish, like you simp.
You
Like,
allow her to do this,
you allow it.
Or
'cause-
whatever you allow in a relationship is what they gonna do.
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't allow it in the beginning, they ain't gonna do it.
Yeah.
Or they gonna try you and see if you allow it, and you gonna have to shut it down.
Yeah.
I don't know why they feel they gotta try and sit there.
That's just the nature.
I don't understand, bro. That shit crazy.
I couldn't
The
explain.
world could be a better place.
It could,
Yeah.
but at the same time, like I said, it's just a constant.
Struggle battle. It's
Like,
just
You
made
gotta
like
fight
that.
it out.
Yeah, I'm not going. I don't feel like doing a tit for tat. I gotta catch you weak.
Yeah.
He just got off work. I need to ask for them shoes right now, baby. Can I
Yeah,
get?
for real. Why he weak?
No,
Whatever.
leave me alone, man. That's it. All right. Is the husband still the head of the household?
Yes. I would say
Depending
yeah.
on your household. That's what I would say. Because some people, I understand, we both work now and all that kind of stuff. But that don't change. Because the reason I say the man should still be the head of the household is because the man is going to take the force of any blunt coming. It's like anything that happens to my house, it got to go through me first.
Right.
And as the head, yes, it goes through me. You can't be the head and be like, no, you take the hits. It's like, I'm taking every hit that comes to this house.
Right.
So, yes, I do need to be the head because if something goes wrong, I got to figure out how I'm going to work that. How is this going to be correct? And we're not just talking about physical, but like, for example, one of us get fired. these bills still gotta get paid. So unless you gonna be like, okay, I figured it out. Not know, oh well, you gonna get a job? You gonna get a job?
Huh?
You gonna get a job? Because how many women do that? Like, dude get fired.
I'm just saying.
You got time limit.
It's some fees out there gonna sell feet pics, bro.
But for
Times
me,
got hard. I'm selling feet pics, bro. What you mean?
hey man, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Nigga said big toe pics, baby.
You know what I'm saying? Get too hard, she's selling ass. This is what it is.
Right, man.
You got to get
The full spread on Playgirl
Yeah,
magazine.
like, what happened? Babe,
Like-
what is this? The lights,
sorry.
nigga.
Man,
But
what were you gonna say?
like, you're like, is the husband still the head? It's like, I don't know about that. I think for me, it would have to be me. But
Yeah. Wouldn't accept nothing less. I wouldn't accept nothing less.
in general, I think the head of the household should be the person you look to when things go wrong.
Yeah,
So, like, the first instance, like, oh, shoot, my car got repo. Who am I going to call? If she's not calling her husband, he's not the head of the household.
Yeah, right.
He's not. Yeah, like, nigga, or if the husband get fired and the first call is like telling his wife, he's like, baby, what are we gonna do? Like, nigga, you not the head of the household.
Hey, why would you even ask your wife what we're gonna do?
What, because she's the other person paying the bills. Nigga, I don't know.
She's paying the bill, but I gotta figure out something.
I know, that's what I'm saying. So it's like you
because I look at it like this.
Not you.
Huh?
What you mean?
What you mean, Lonnie?
When you said she's the other person paying the bills?
Yeah. Like, I mean, like, okay, the only other adult in this house is going to pay bills.
Right.
Is the wife if she's working.
Right.
So if the husband ain't the capable dude to get it done and he's asking those type of questions, that's why she would get asked. Because, like, if you ain't the one to go get it and go make it happen and figure it out, if you're not the one that she's looking to when shit happens, then you obviously ain't the head of the household. Not only does she know that, you feel it. Even if you don't accept it mentally, you feel it that, nigga, I'm not the one calling this.
Right.
She is. Or whoever is. So that's what I'm saying. It's like, it's, all right, I mean, it just depends on the type of dude you are.
And then, too, so what kind of female you got?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like Gucci Man wife. You know what I'm saying? She held him down while he was locked up.
Yeah.
Flip the money.
Flipped the money and brought it back. But people don't talk about how her family already paid. You know what I'm saying? She already had money before she was with Gucci.
My thing is, like,
So
I know
she knew
we
what to
speak
do
about
with
the
it, is
head
what I'm
of the
saying.
household.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she capable.
She's
Ain't nothing wrong. Because
You still want a capable person to help you out, bro.
Yeah.
Like, one of the big issues I see a lot of women have a issue with the man being the head because they're like, I don't get to make any decisions. But if you a dude out here saying, you can't tell me nothing, I'm going to do it all, you going to follow it all, you are an ignorant individual. You're an ignorant man. For you to sit there and say, you can't tell me nothing, like, we're going to do it my way, and that's it. Because if my wife has something that is actually going to help us, why wouldn't I take her advice? It's like, yeah, I may be the head, but she my neck. She going to be able to turn me certain ways to get stuff done. Like, if she has a better financial investment idea versus me over here saying, oh, I'm going to work 80 hours a week, and that's what it is.
Okay. Let me put it in aspects like this. Think about driving a car.
Okay.
One person can drive the car.
Yeah.
Okay, two people can drive a car. You know, you drive somebody hold the wheel while you doing whatever, you know what I'm saying? But that's only assistance. You know what I'm saying? They're not literally driving the car.
But also look at it like this real quick. Who's going to hold the map? Because you driving the car while you holding the map and turning the radio, something's going to happen.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Let me get to the scenario what I'm saying. Huh?
I got math questions.
But mine is, I get, I'm with you. I mean, I get, but I don't think that's really that. I mean, it's a common thing, but I'm under the belief it's only for women that don't see him like that.
What you mean?
Like, you never, like, I've had girlfriends, I've had a few of them.
For real? No, I'm playing.
And I remember back when I wasn't that, when I didn't have it,
Yeah.
and it was like, shit, like, I don't want you to be a hit. Like, I'm getting bucked.
Yeah.
And then once I figured everything, my stuff out, I don't say everything. Once I figured and got my lane where I'm supposed to be,
Right.
and my focus, and like I'm solid on who I am, what I am, all that. It's like I don't get that bucking. Like I'm like we not like it's not even the thing anymore.
You talking about your aura when you found your aura?
Yeah. Once I got my lane and I was like, I'm not moving out of this. Whatever it is,
that's when you
the world will move around me, but I'm not moving out of this.
That's when you find out what kind of man you are.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I have way less of the, I don't want him to lead or he ain't the head of the house. Like I was with chicks and we didn't even live together, and I'm able to call it.
Mm-hmm.
Cause like I'm with you, so it's like, I don't know. It's like something is making her
so what I'm saying,
doubt it.
So what I'm saying though, with the car scenario, bro, only one person can drive the car.
Yeah.
Somebody can help you drive. But you can actually, in actuality, you can do all that shit in the car by yourself. You can get to point A, point A, point B by yourself. You don't need no help. But when you got somebody helping you, it's easier to get to point A and point B. Mm-hmm. It's easier for somebody to call out them streets instead of you looking down, looking up, looking down, looking up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, somebody is with you.
That's what I'm saying. So in order for me to drive, I'm going to need to be the head of this household because I'm steering us and where we're going. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm leading us to where we're going. I'm not following her.
Yeah.
I understand she has a passion. I understand she has something to do, but this is why I leave her to go do what she's going to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That has nothing to do with involving what I have to do for this household, which is this car. You know what I'm saying? And what the direction we're going. As far as me putting investments in, or me trying to build a business, or me, you know what I'm saying, even paying the bills and making it to the next day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm going to control the way the direction goes because in actuality, when you wake up in the morning, y'all can attest to this. When you wake up in the morning, the man's attitude is the house's environment. Think about it. When you wake up in the morning, how you feel in the morning is how everybody in the house is going to feel. Mm-hmm. If you head of your house, because think about this: when you wake up in the morning, you get up, you look over to her, she still asleep or she gone to work or whatever, however you get up in the morning, you gonna want to eat something. You want to get up and eat, right? You want your wife or your woman to cook you something, right? Or you can get up and cook yourself if you enjoy cooking, like my boy say. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But you're gonna make sure everybody eats. Hey, we need to get up and eat. You know what I'm saying? We need to make food for the kids before everybody go up. I'm setting the tone. This is what needs to happen. You know what I'm saying? We can't sleep all day. We got to go. Or, hey, you got to get up, time to go to work or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm setting the tone. Mm-hmm. Even if I don't have to be up. You know what I'm saying? I'm up setting the tone, making sure everything's okay, checking the doors, making sure nothing happened that night. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The man sets the tone, the environment in that house.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree with about, I would say about 50-60% of what you're saying. The only reason I say is because as a man, you have established responsibility. It's like, hey, I got to make sure all my family is safe. I got to make sure this house is locked up. I got to make sure these little things happen. So it's like, yeah, as a man, you're going to be like, But as far as
structure.
Yes, the structure of how days and things are done, I do agree that would be 100% the man on that. Because it's like, hey, make sure these kids are at school because they need to go to school. Make sure this is this way because I got to do this. Hey, I got work. If you got work, so be it. You going to get to work. I'm going to get to work. We're going to make sure these bills going to get paid. That is the structure. Now, when it comes to certain things, I'm like, when you said that, the how I feel is how everybody else is going to feel. Yeah, I'm like, it's more emotional. So I would look at that more as my wife because...
I'm not saying as far as emotions. I'm saying as far as tone and setting pace in the house. Like what's going to happen around the house.
But
That's what I'm saying.
But I'm saying, okay, because I'm with you, but I go back to it goes off of how she feels about that man.
Okay.
Like, so the tone of the house, you set the pace, like, hey, we gotta get up, we gotta get stuff going, whatever the schedule is, all that. But the tone of, like, shoot, is like, they say happy wife, happy life, or whatever. Yeah. And I've always disagreed with it.
I so disagree with
but not entirely. Like, I disagree with it because, I mean, especially if you, like, you're going to keep her around, happy wife, happy life, somewhat, whatever, but it's more on how she feel about you, not what you doing, like, accommodating. That's going back to the idea of the simp, right? It's like, oh, I'm going to do stuff to make her happy. I'm going to buy her flowers. I'm going to get some candy. I'm going to cook a nice dinner or rubber feet tonight. Yeah, that'll make her happy in the moment, but how she feels about you overall. Like, I got me a good-ass man. Dang. Like, that'll make a woman get up and go to work happy. Just because, when she get off, she going to come home to you.
Right.
So if she ain't feeling that, like, I'm happy to be here because I get to be with that man, then, yeah, the tone going to be off. The tone going to be different. But it's controlled by you. You make her feel that way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
By however type of man you are. That's how
You set the tone
happy
in your
wife,
house.
happy life, yeah, because she happy to be with me.
I agree with but also I'm still on the happy spouse, happy house.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But you started.
Yeah.
But men in a relationship, we start whatever this is.
Right.
We are the initiators of it.
What you say?
Because I got to ask to marry me. I got to ask her out. I got to do all this.
Right.
And she got to deem me good in her eyes.
To move with it.
But
So, and follow me first. So, I think of it more like Power Rangers, bro. So, everybody always had their own independent Zords, right? Red Ranger got the little dragon, the Mastodon, and all. Everybody got, and with in their own right, they powerful, right? But when everybody joins up and makes Zordon, which is the house, what is it, Zordon?
No.
Nah.
Megazord.
Megazord, thank you.
Megazord, bro.
When they make Megazord, which is, you always see the Red Ranger standing in the central point and everybody else like, oh, we doing all that. You might be getting beat up. But the Red Ranger's like, stop, do your thing. You know what I'm saying? Orchestrating. In order for that to even work, everybody got to have faith that the person leading this group, right, is going to send us, we going to be victorious. So I said all that to say, when it comes to the whole wife situation and are you the head of the house? Yeah, I'm the head of the house, but the body gotta trust that I, as the head, I'm making the right decisions. Because I could be the head of the house and we all on crack. Like I gotta make a decision that's gonna better us as the group, like us all.
yeah.
That's
So-
what I was saying. You setting the tone.
That's what he's saying. Setting the tone. Hey, this is our vision. This is how we move. When you need to be redirected back to the central point, our primary focus, you can always talk to me because it's always on my mind as the man. I'm always thinking about what we gonna do next.
Always thinking about it.
The wife, how I envision your man, right? Like, you telling me what to do? Listen, focus.
Exactly.
What I'm saying is, your objective should be to, you agree to marry this man. So when you accepted that, you accepted his terms. That's what that is. That's what the contract was. You was with them, now you with me, and I'm leading this ship, and you on this team. Your primary focus as a wife should be, I need everybody else under this leader to follow this leader. I'm gonna be the primary person to let you know that I trust what he say. He say it's gonna work out in the end, then everybody stay calm.
Okay.
Because that he said it already. He said it. I'm telling y'all, I met a lot of guys, but this one, when he say it, it's gold.
Yeah.
Take it to the bank.
That's what I'm saying. This
So-
is how she feels about you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just merging everybody.
But German wants still 40% out of there. What's going on? Why do you feel that way?
I wasn't saying 40% out
Because,
there.
like-
I was talking about the whole structure. Like,
Oh, okay. I
like
see what you're
because when things
I
are
was
being
thinking.
moved around, when things need to get done, I'm the one doing it. I'm going to make sure it gets done.
Right.
Now, there are times where, if we're being honest, where your wife may be in a bad mood. Hey, me, I don't care. But you know, as well as I do, sometimes it's like, there going to be them days where it's like, you know what? Oh, I see you pissed. Let me go and move out your way because I ain't got time for it today. And I'm not going to start an argument in my household trying to check you in this one day. Now, if it's multiple days coming up, multiple things coming up, I'm going to be like, okay, I don't know what's going on, but we need to figure out what this is so you can fix it.
Right.
But one day your wife get pissed off or your girl, every last one of us has had one of them days where you like, what the hell is wrong with her? And you like, you know what? I ain't even about to argue with it today because this one day, it's like, nah, I'm good. I'm good.
That's when I just if I come across that day, it's always like distance makes the heart grow fonder.
Yeah.
Oh, you need a whole lot of leave you alone today. I see that. When you get hungry, remember, leave me alone too. I'm upset, you upset. We all upset, right? Back to my vision. Look, I done told us we gonna be a pleasant, happy family, and you disrupting that. You teaching all these other people around here that what I say ain't how we gonna move. Okay, so you're going against the plan. Now when stuff's, cause inevitably, and at least in my household, I can speak 100%. When it goes against how I envision it, like if I'm telling you something you just don't agree, I'll be like, just do it the way I'm saying it, and you gonna see in the end. Just do it how I said do it, and I guarantee you, if it do fail, I'm gonna come through and make sure it's right. But you just follow my plan because I see you doing this. Well, I need to go. Okay, go do that. Everybody else, if you want to follow her, follow her. But keep in mind, everybody, last 100 instances where we had something go wrong, who do we look to? We look to me, right? So let her go astray and fail real quick so she can get back on my plan. Because I fix it. I make it work. I don't do the extra. That's how I operate.
Yeah, but that's why I probably wouldn't get married. And that's why I say even if I got married, it's like, all right, you still gotta have your spot. So when you have them days where you need that space,
you need a moment.
hey, go ahead, go because like I'm not.
You kick out the house.
Okay, this is the thing.
This is your wife at no house.
This is the thing. I don't understand why
go
we have gotten to the place where we believe that we have to endure.
You ain't gotta endure it.
Yeah, you do. Because that's what I'm saying. Okay. There's nowhere in the contract. They're like sickness and health.
So you gonna expect her to continue to pay her rent at her place while she's staying with you, and you're paying your rent at your place.
So either you're gonna come under the agreement, the assumption that we ain't gonna have these random off just cause I want to stay attitude bad days.
Right.
But me, I jump and address it like I'm headed into the conflict. Mm-hmm. Because, now we're going to figure what it is.
Exactly.
Now we're going to figure what it is.
Let it linger. Because let it linger.
Because you're going to get comfortable doing
more
this.
And more. Yeah.
You're going to get comfortable doing
and then
this.
you're going to have a problem in your relationship. Because every time she wants to get you away from her, she's going to act upset.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm not going to allow it. So we figure
maybe if you know the reason why she's upset. When she's upset. It doesn't have to do anything with you. It could be something that happened at work, something like that. Or something that happened at the grocery store. Somebody, too close to her at the grocery store and something in her personal space and they got into it. It's it's not that you nonchalant, bro. I understand what you're saying. You trying to avoid drama, chaos, conflict, all that shit with your woman. But what I'm saying is, when you let shit lie, you give them an instant take them out, man. And it ain't that I gotta just keep this motherfucker where I need it to be. You know what I'm saying? Not like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to put it but I'm trying to put this shit in the extreme. You know what I'm saying? But and in the aspect, you can be like how he is. Go ahead and do what you're gonna do. Do it. You know what I'm saying? You can definitely be like that. But at the same time, you're gonna bump your head. You're gonna come back over here and you're gonna expect me to fix that shit.
That's what like I said.
But then,
100 times out of 100.
That's what I'm saying. Doing
You
it,
show right back up and try to explain to me. Well, I didn't know it was gonna do that.
you
That's
develop
fine.
a habit with that though.
Exactly.
Because if she
You
does
gotta
that,
kill that shit in the
and it
beginning.
happens, you fix it. Okay, time goes by. She
Because
does
a
it
woman
again,
does
it
what
happens,
you allow
fix it.
her to do.
Now it's like if
In a
this happens
relationship,
more
in a
than twice,
relationship.
this is a pattern. It's like, nah, I don't want no patterns. The only pattern should be happiness. Like once you feel that my program isn't working, all right, let's head it on. All right, let's figure out what's in the mix.
That's
All
why.
right.
That's also why maturity comes into play.
Yeah. I mean, but the only way to build maturity is hardship.
Yeah.
That's the only way.
Yeah.
No way ever got mature, getting everything they want, and being
Exactly.
just happy.
Exactly.
It came from the conflict of the pain or the like whatever I lost. Now it's like I gotta
And then
analyze that situation.
And then too, you get those girls that be like, "Well, we not arguing and we not into it. We not really in a relationship. He boring. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck is that? You know what I'm
I mean,
saying?
Who's that
But-
born?
Hey man, I heard it more than once.
Hey,
bro.
but it's real. It's real because women do need the emotion. They need the spikes because the valleys go low. Like especially for a woman, because like all right, this is gonna get real. I'm not.
You look at okay.
I'm not chauvinistic, bro. I'm not chauvinistic. But, alright, if we go to the man, woman, like just core of it or whatever, you know, the man was the dominant, woman's submissive, and all that. And how we're talking now, you know, I got a vision and she's supposed to ride with me, right?
She chose to ride.
She chose to ride with me.
You married me. You
But-
chose it.
But she wants a fun ride. She don't want some boring ass ride. Okay, and women are emotional. They're emotionally driven. So you expect me to sit here with your logical ass, driving down this damn road, this 500 miles of nothing, just going through the motions, and I don't get no emotions with it. So yeah, either you gonna create it or she gonna create it. But she gotta get something to spark it up. Like, man, I'm just sitting on this road, like, okay, maybe, or they're gonna detour on their own stuff. Like, okay, now I got my path, and hopefully we converge back and go back, you know, and we'll see each other in between.
Maybe two cars, man.
Yeah, exactly. 2 cars.
And that's why he said
Try to
he'll never
drive.
be married.
Try to drive
Exactly why he said he'll
on a
never be married.
family road trip in multiple cars.
I've done it. It's real.
Yeah,
Eventually, everybody just end up.
yeah.
We gonna get there. I'll see you when I get.
Yes.
Yeah, I see you at the end. Like,
We all know where we're going, right?
Bro, this
exactly.
the third time you pulling over to go to the
So-
bathroom.
I'm gonna meet
So
you down.
you at least have to make the ride interesting for it. And that's where the drama comes. That's
Yeah.
where all that crap comes.
Yeah.
But it's like it's better for you to be in control of it than allow her to be in control of it. Because her emotions are gonna take her.
Everywhere.
Wherever,
Everywhere.
like, you know, because it's like you can't control emotions. You can't, not like that, especially if you haven't been, like, you know, working on that stuff. You just took it as a cave.
Yeah.
Like, so you gotta
Or you
give
been
it to
princess your whole life.
her.
Or you been princess your whole life.
Exactly. Then you little spoiled brat. And that's even worse. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
But they so cute.
yeah, exactly. It's like, so you gotta you gotta do something, man.
Yeah, I mean, in essence, like look, I agree to a degree. You put that in there, cause I don't.
Yeah, I understand, man.
Cause look, I'm gonna tell you like this. Back to the driving scenario.
Yeah.
I'm driving a car and you hit me with a Rihanna and reach over and pull and snatch the whip. You might get bit.
That I know. I know. That's why.
Stop playing.
Hey,
We're trying to kill us.
Self-preservation, baby.
me and my girl, we riding in the car, right? We riding in the car, and she all scary. So, like, I'll just be driving, and she'll see a car, and they put the brake like. So I'm like,
Oh, I hate
hey,
this.
hey, am I driving? You want to walk? Alright,
Now sit back and chill.
alright.
It
She
ain't
do it
even,
again.
man.
Like, alright. She keep on doing it. So I just say, I jerked it. It's like, yeah, chill. Car ride, fire the rest of the way, man. Cause I'm, hey, you want to be scared? I give you a reason to be scared. If not, go ahead, chill. I told you we good. How many times I wrecked? How many times I done wrecked? No.
I don't know. We got
That nigga ain't toxic.
First of all,
He reality
we
check.
got the next topic, but I'm just saying, sometimes, man, we as all of us as children of African American parents in this room all heard, "Shut up before I give you
Indigenous.
something to cry."
Exactly.
So that's all he do. He just reminded her, if your dad was able to drive his car, your mama was able to drive her car, and you was able to drive your car. Why are you wincing? What's all this?
Yeah.
Do you not trust me?
Yeah. That's
If you don't trust me, walk.
Exactly.
We all know you ain't finna hop out on this highway.
Why not?
So, alright, if you ever see the car do this, then you should be a little more concerned. But since it don't,
Exactly.
just ride.
Yeah. He get it.
I get it.
Thank you. I don't see how that's toxic.
I don't see that toxic
That's
at all.
real world.
I ain't saying it's toxic. I'm just saying, women are gonna put this as toxic. And
Women do the same thing. You ever go in there, you ever go in the kitchen and be like, hey, I think this, hey, babe, look at this pot. Nigga, get out the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Why you here?
Like, shoot, you in my spot.
I cooked your meal yesterday, the day before, the day after. I'm gonna cook your meal tomorrow. Have you ever not eaten? Did you not like what you ate?
Exactly.
If she
salty.
I'm just saying now, she pull out and hit you with an Al Green and start flinging grits at you, then you right. You ain't never fling grits at me. Let me go watch TV. If I don't like what you cooking, McDonald's up the street.
Yeah.
I got some.
It's just an easy fix.
All this is fixable.
Hey,
He make good sense.
thank you, man. I thought about it.
Somebody in the background like, man, these niggas is dumb.
Hey, but it worked.
Ain't work, goddamn.
I don't give a damn. I get that.
Why do men check younger boys better than women check younger girls?
The reason I thought about this is because I mentor a lot. I mean, because I genuinely want to see people grow. And I see young men go down the wrong path, do stupid stuff. I'm like, bruh, I'm gonna need you to step your game up. I'm gonna need you to do this, or why you don't do that. Some young boys be like, oh, well, why she get away with it, but you can't? Because the world gonna let her get away with it, but they're not gonna let you. Like, there's certain things that I try to train and teach young men on because I genuinely want you to be the best you could be. But then I look around a lot of times. I know somebody's gonna be like, well, you don't see every conversation. But if I see young ho, my bad. If I see
They need a
young
pimp.
girl,
They need a pimp. If I see young, they need a pimp.
These young bitches out here.
what is wrong with you? My bad.
You know.
If I see young girls out here doing the same thing that these old chicks doing, I'm like, you ain't checking nobody on nothing. You just letting them do it.
Let's clarify this. We see old hoes doing the same thing. Young hoes, they doing the same thing.
Hey,
Doing that shit. We pimping around this bitch.
My bad,
This
y'all.
young boy,
I'm trying to be better.
Nah, let me help you out, bro. The thing is, why women and young girls don't communicate good is because women, the older women, are still competing with the younger ones.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
The older men that are trying to educate the younger men, the young men, the older men that are trying to educate the younger men are trying to guide. Right? We're trying to guide. When I'm mentoring a young youngster, I'm trying to understand them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to educate them, and I'm trying to guide them. When young women come, what I've seen mothers that were jealous of their own daughters because of the mother made a mistake in their life or whatever, and the daughter hasn't. And they push them to make them the same mistake, or to be on that island, to have the want of love and shit like that, and then that creates hope.
Yeah, I'd say it's the maturity as a whole. Like, I'm constantly maturing. Like, constantly. Like, and I didn't realize it until I really started reflecting. It's like, dang. And it's like, year by year, it's like, dang, those are jumps. Like, what the hell? Okay. I'm grown now, for real.
Yeah.
But for women, this is outside looking in, but it's like they don't have those benchmarks of maturity to grow.
They got one. Sweet 16.
Yeah. But like, yeah, I mean, I could be wrong on this, but from the side of just like, adulthood, children, somewhat, and then like, marriage, hopefully that came somewhere around there. And it's like, but if us as men aren't pushing them with us to mature or pulling them, whatever, to mature, it's like it's only gonna go so far.
Right.
So far to get this duty done. Once I get this duty done, then I ain't gotta go. I'm good. So, like, the communication is like the breakdown. Like, they're only so far already. I can't really give you too much. Like, if I barely pass the test, I can get you close there, man. Like, shoot, I got lucky. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I can give you some, but like it ain't gonna be in depth. But like you get a doctor to tell you some stuff, like nigga, 34 years old. I'm talking to some 15-year-old man. I can give you game, baby.
Yeah.
But an 18-year-old to a 15-year-old, I can give you something. I can help you out.
But they still got them older dudes that hate.
Yeah.
And they still, you know what I'm saying? They still misguide, so it ain't always the same, But in essence, to be the most broad span, the reason why, like I'm saying, back to the question at hand, you know what I'm saying? The reason why is because of competing and guys. You know what I'm saying? We in essence, if you see a young guy that's out there, let's say he's 15, 16, he's struggling, he's in the streets and whatever, and if he can do this differently, you're not going to be like, man, fuck that little nigga, he be alright. You know what I'm saying? You go more than likely as a real man, as a real somebody that stand up and has a family and stuff like that, you're gonna want to see other people do good also. That's why we hold the door open for women and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It's just in our nature to help, to protect, to fix. You know what I'm saying? You see this kid broken, you trying to fix him. You trying to.
I feel like that all goes because it all goes back to peace. I said on the earlier show, males, your value as a young man, because we don't live in the times where that was a king and like we just gonna grow up and be a regular guy. Like majority of us gonna grow up and be regular men. Right. So your value from birth is extremely low. So your entire life you growing to build that value. You got to build it on the mental, physical, emotional, spirit. You building all those areas of your life on a consistent basis. Right. Women, on the other hand, based on how society has been structured, I am not the architect of society. I'm just a person who saw it, and I'm here to tell you about it. Yeah. Women, on the other hand, you were born with a vagina and a clock. That's how you was born. A vagina and a clock. So, they let you know by a certain time, that clock right there is going to tick and the vagina ain't going to be worth shit. So you got to focus in and you got to get it all as much as you can. So you got the younger women who, they see the clock, but it ain't close to the time, so I don't pay much attention to it. And at that time, you're valuable. Like, hey, it's all kinds of dudes shooting at you. It's all kinds of men like, hey. But when that time starts ticking a little too close to that end point, that's where the other women at. That's where all the older women at. They like, I ain't got a man by now. I mean, like, as a guy, because guys don't push babies out of them, so we don't structure our belief system around the idea of our primary function is to add more people to the earth. Our primary objective is we need to make this earth a better place, so when they do bring people in there, they got something to bring it to. Yeah. So that's why, if I saw you outside or you outside or you outside, y'all was struggling in any way. Like I said, it was a dude long time ago. He was pushing a car up the street, and he was doing it by himself. And I was like, that's terrible. So we don't have much conversation. We don't need to talk about it, bro. I see you struggling. I don't. Here, come on, let's get it up. I see the gas station.
Where you pushing it?
Where you pushing? Gas station over here. Done. We pushed it up there, and I'm like, man, what's going on? He was like, yeah, man, my car had broke down. And he was like, my homeboys, they was in the car. We need to be the same age as him. So they haven't got to that mental state to where we all, as much as we like to say we separate, we all in this together.
Yeah.
If I see your son out there doing something crazy,
Yeah. It's your duty to stop this.
bro.
Nigga.
Hey, no.
Before the authorities stop it, and then it's a bill problem.
That could be 5, 10, 15, 20. You can add it up for you.
Exactly.
But I'm like, I don't want, because I know Randy don't want his kids in jail. I don't want my kids in jail. You don't want.
Stopping all that shit.
Hey, bro. Nah, bro. Go on here. We gonna go do something else. Go sit down somewhere.
I'm finna call be up like, hey.
Yeah. If I can't get through to you with just a regular old hey, then nah, let me. You know, I know.
Maybe somebody else.
Yeah, I got your father on speed dial.
Yeah.
You need to come in the car with me or deal with him when you get home.
And then you deal with a random youngster. You know, you try to help him as much as you can.
As much as I
if
can.
you can't, I mean, everybody ain't savable.
Yeah, and that's why the prisoner pipeline system still exists. But we ain't gonna talk on that. But like I was saying, so we got that situation going, and your whole job, like I said, from an infant has been to better what's around you. You want to become the best on the football team. Anybody who tell you, hey, bro, I'm just trying to get a start spot, the person that's coming up, because you know I'm about to go to the next level.
Yeah.
Our whole is tiered system. So I'm about to go to high school and play. You about to play in middle school. You trying to take over my position. Hey, fam, you need to do these exercises. When the coach said, just listen to him, fam. He going to tell you right. I'm examining. Boom, I'm leaving. He going to be like, hey, D Hunt told me this, that, and the third. Which coach I need to talk to? So I'm going to go do that. Women, on the other hand, you see she got the same dress on as you? Why can't we both wear the same dress? Well, the clock is ticking, and more men might be looking at you than me in this dress. She got the same bag as you. Why is she trying to be you? It's like I said, go back to frenemies. You can have frenemies as a woman because even though I dig how you move, because you really move just like me. You're a little toxic, you're a little unnecessary, you're a little extra. All that, I can keep you around because I also need to keep you close because I need to see what moves you're making. Like,
I done seen that too.
that's how they move in these ways because, hey, we are, in their mind, hopefully from 18 to infinity, they all in the same boat. We trying to find the right guy or put ourselves in this position or do this, that, and the third. Whereas guys, it's not a time clock on how long we in the same position. Buddy, I'm telling you right now, it's miles. Bro, I get my family together, then everybody out here playing looking for these women. Y'all playing looking for women. I already got one. I'm not hating on you. I'm not stopping you. If she choose you, she chose you. Because I don't want the headache of a woman who's going to be combative every day. So if she like you more, she like me, more power to you, fam. Go be with her. Go have her. Do your thing. If that job, if I go and put in the application and they didn't choose me, they chose you, I'm happy for you. If you can find a way to get me in the door at some point, fam. Man. Much love. But I can't stop. I can't sit back and worry about how you move or because I already know, like I said.
Somebody complain about you getting in and not me.
Yeah. I already know. We all in the same boat.
But we already know it's the game of life.
Mm-hmm.
For the most part, as a dude, you should have, if you were brought up the right way, you were brought up learning different things, how to play this game. Mm-hmm. Like, you learn how to get mouthpiece from older brother, dad, uncle, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. You learn how to work from dad, uncle, stuff like that. Yep. You start doing all these things because people were like, man, bro, I'm trying to get you in this game. I want you to win.
I'm trying to increase your value.
Yeah.
Because right now, you don't know how to change the tire. Your tire, you ain't valuable in that situation. You need to be though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's like because like we compete, but not in the same way as women compete.
Sure.
Like women compete on a like an everyday stance.
Yeah.
We compete on achievements, but it's not really. It's just kind of a push for one another.
Yeah.
So it's like once you achieve this, it's like all right, he achieved it. I gotta get it. I gotta go figure it. Like I'm gonna do something, and vice versa. So it's we actually converse like in a deeper level.
How you do?
Like how you do it, understanding the method and the process and all that, and like just philosophical ideas rather than like
I'm trying to find the cheat sheet.
what. So that's.
I remember when you had got the job at Peterbilt, and we was like, Justin got making $20. I was making $11 at the time, and I was like, finally, one of my homies got the $20, fam. Finally. Yeah. And I was just like, Jerry was like, yeah, bro, he got the $20. I was like, yeah, bro, we got to step our game up. He out here making moves. But it wasn't a hate thing. It was like, I see him.
Like, man, he got it.
He got it. I
How
know
do
it's
we get
possible.
that? It's possible to get there. We gotta figure out how to get there.
We all got to get that now.
Hey,
He did.
I was like, this is
Everybody
fine.
keep coming up.
Definitely motivation.
Yeah.
Hey.
You know what I mean?
And then it was just like the whole idea of, bruh, when I get out there and I get it, it's like, man, show me how you did that. Like, for example, when I got my job, I was like, oh, bet. Cool, for real? Y'all gonna pay me how much? Oh, you know what? Let me go on and pull some, see.
I know some people.
I know some people. Hey, y'all hiring?
Figure that out. Let's set this up.
Let's go on and see what we can do.
Make a play.
Hey, I don't know if y'all want to do this, but if you do, bruh, they're paying this X amount of dollars. Oh, word? Okay.
Bet.
Because I was like, at first, because when I told this nigga, like, sorry. This gentleman, because I'm trying to get away from saying that N-word, but I was like, bro, show up. You got to show up, bro. Hey, they hiring, show up. He showed up in the most dirtiest outfit.
Bro,
But did you get the job?
I showed up after work.
But you got the
came
job.
to work.
He came from one job, showed up.
So all that shows is that you're a working man.
Yeah, I was like,
He was really gonna get out there.
And the thing was, at first I was like, man. But then he sat down, started talking to him and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, oh, he been talking for more than 5 minutes. He in there. I'm going to walk
First
over.
person.
I'm gone.
Yeah.
I ain't have to move around. I just went. The person I was in these, like you said, the dirty uniform, sheetrock dust, air handler, dirt on my leg, all that. Walked in. What are you here to do? Okay, yeah, just follow me. I'm like, I don't even know you. Who are you, by the way? Let's talk? I don't know you. Go talk to them real quick. Went talk to them. Jeremy over there looking. Like, what you doing?
Look, first 5 minutes I'm looking, I'm like, man, I can't believe he showed up like this. But then I was like, you know what? After 5 minutes, I was like, oh, he good. I'm gone.
But he forgot. See, this is why your wife got to be on the side.
It's like
Winning. Look, I'm a winner, fam. I've learned. After he pulled the move he pulled and jumped to 20,
yeah.
I was like, I got to get my bread up. I started making moves. I was like, I'm a winner, bro. I can get more money. It's not a stopping point to the bread I'm getting.
hey.
Yeah.
I just had to realize
I ain't gonna lie, that 20 in college would have been great.
Life change. But when I saw,
But then once you got the 20 and you saw 20, you were like, I gotta get more than 20.
Where can I
Like,
go?
how can I go? What can I do to get more?
It ain't that. It's just that when we did get to 20, everything else went up.
Yeah, they're like, they jumped the price up.
Yeah.
Like, wait a
you need a
second.
little bit more, fam. This big boy.
I've reached like that. Like what was it Home Alone 2? I've reached the top.
Hey.
But yeah, what happens? What happened to the family structure and dynamics that used to be strong? So what happened to strong family structures?
Daddies ain't there.
Honestly, because how I look at it is they start replacing fathers with other things.
With Section 8 checks and child support checks.
So it was basically, hey, if I want to do these things, I got to get rid of this thing.
Right.
And since I get rid of this thing, you lost all the fundamentals that came with that. That's like, for example, nobody missed they less dominant arm until it's no longer here. Like, for example, I got both my hands, but I'm lefty.
Right.
I do most of the stuff with my left hand.
Right.
But think about it. One day, if you lost your right arm and stuff like that, you're going to be like,
What happened?
what the? I do so much with my right arm and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But that's like
Get the
what
Velcros.
happens.
You got what them N1 shoes, them old N1s.
Sides. Yeah.
But that's like why the family dynamic messed up. It was like the mother and father was so good, but then the mother was like, oh, well, yeah, he does his thing. Or the father was like, yeah, he does this thing. Then next thing you know, once you missed it, it's gone. It's like, nigga, your children are struggling.
In prison.
I don't know though. I don't think
In prison.
I mean, because I always hear about the child support and all that, which is a big thing or whatever, or the Section 8 and all that. And I don't think it's absent fathers. I think it's weak men, because like more times than not, I rarely have seen deadbeat dads. Y'all were talking about that statistic.
It's not weak men. It's masculine women.
Weak men.
No, masculine women.
Men.
Women that wants to be in the place of do things that men do.
Bro, I get what you're saying. That's weak men.
How is that weak men?
Because a woman cannot be more masculine than me. She cannot. Naturally,
that's you.
I don't care
and
if
that's
she
how you were grown. That's how you were raised.
But that's what I'm
you
saying.
have to look at the dynamics
It's
right now.
weak men.
No, we're asking the question about why the dynamics ain't like they used to be. It ain't because of the weak men. It's because of the way that they were raised. They're not necessarily weak. They were raised differently than how we were raised.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. It's still, I'm with you, but it's still weak men. Because if she's stronger than him in comparison, he has to be weak. Okay. In comparison to her, like her masculinity is higher than my masculinity. Mm-hmm. She is stronger than me in this regard.
In what regard?
Like in the masculinity regard.
As far as
like if she's able to run me off, like with my children,
with her attitude,
yeah, whatever it is, like that's what I'm saying. Because like I'll see, I know married guys, they still married. Like my girl, she got a homegirl.
Yeah, don't say no names.
Yeah, I ain't gonna say her name. But she got a homegirl, and the homegirl be talking
mad X, Y, and Z.
Horrible to
say mad X, Y, and Z.
Yeah,
not gonna get into
horrible. I mean, I ain't gonna say no names. You'll never know who I'm talking about. Y'all know him anyway. Yeah. But talk horrible, like in public and all these different things. You talking bad, and the kids are horrible.
Okay.
The kids are horrible, and it's like they have zero discipline. They don't do, and it's like.
So let's dive into dynamics of how he was raised.
Yeah, but it don't matter how you raised. Like, okay, I mean, I get it. You need masculine, like
you need structure,
role model.
You need guidance.
Okay, my parents, they were off and on throughout our childhood.
Right,
off and on. It wasn't nothing long, and then they broke up and divorced while I was 13, 14 years old.
Right,
and I saw my dad, but not that much. Right. And this is a big developmental time of a young boy's life. Like, you need to.
From 13 to 18, that's a very big boy.
But, like, he was still there in a regard, but not as direct. But it's like, and I was weak when I got out. I wasn't anything, really. When I got out on my own, I wasn't anything, really. I was just living. I'm flowing with whatever.
Right.
And then I get into a relationship, and it's like, I'm thinking one way, but it ain't like I think it is. It's like, dang, man, I'm really just letting everything slide. Letting everything happening to me or whatever. Like, that's what I mean. When life affects you, like when it's just whatever's happening to you, like you're in a weak position. It's whatever I'm going out and doing. What I am, like, letting in was I'm letting out. And if you got with a overlap masculine woman, is because there was something about you that was weak, or because if she's able to dominate you, you're weak. You got to build your strength up. That's what happened to me. I had to build up,
right?
Because I was being dominated in a sense, not that weird shit. But it's like, man, she controlling me.
He like the whips and chains, y'all.
It's like, nah, I can't have it. Like, that's weak men.
Right.
Like, the dynamic, like, she runs me and everything else. It's like, however you want to put it, it's just what it is. Like, you got to get your weight up, get your strength up, get your mind up.
Okay, well, what makes a weak man?
What, like, not being mentally strong, not being able to say no, not being able to walk away, not being able to put what is in your best interest over anything else.
Well,
because you have to do that to be able to guide somebody else to do that.
Okay.
Because that's what you would want for your children.
But that's a good definition of what makes a good man. I mean, makes a stronger man, right?
Yeah.
But what I'm saying, I'm sorry, Jay. Let me jump right quick. What I'm saying is, in the development of this man that's weak, he's missing what?
The father figures, guidance, yeah.
Father figures, right? Somebody that's going to be a strong man, that's already a strong man. A weak man, I don't think can make him a strong man.
No,
you know what I'm
he
saying?
can't.
They don't have the guidelines. They don't have the mindset. So let's say your father would be a strong man considering, right? Because he stands on his word. You can't disrespect him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, as we go on in the years and years and years, let's say generation after generation, you think your dad was more masculine than his grandfather?
No.
So do you think that it gets, or the way we are raised because of the technology we have, because of
I think
the social media and how everybody get canceled, you don't think that makes a man digress his masculinity time after time?
I do, but what I'm saying is, like, I think that the gap was much smaller. Like, okay, we'll go back 5 generations, whatever. 5 generations ago to 4 generations ago, you probably wouldn't be able to tell the difference in the man.
Right.
The strength of the man.
Right.
How it's going.
Right.
Okay, the next generation. Like, you're okay, World War II, whatever, all the way up until now.
Right.
Okay, my dad, he's different than my grandfather.
Right.
And my grandfather is probably different than my great-grandfather. But going back from there,
yeah, you think
I think they were all on the same level.
Right.
And it's from, okay, like, what's the quote? Hard times make
Good men.
strong men. Strong men make easy times. Easy times make soft men. Soft men make hard times.
Right.
Right? That's the thing. I think we are in the process of it having to flip.
Right.
I think it's a weak man time. That's why it's a gynocentric idea of life. You know, what benefits the woman, like how we're supposed to act to get them, and all this different
So you
stuff.
think we coming to like a peaceful time now?
I think we're coming to a flip. I think it won't be peaceful. I don't think it'll be peaceful until after the flip. And then, you know, things be all right for a while, roll through, and then, you know, something's going to switch. You know, because everybody's worried about people's feelings right now.
Exactly.
Feelings of fiction.
So, but that is because of weak men. Like, if men...
Is it because of weak men, or is it because of women trying to be in the place of men?
Well, hang on.
Okay, go ahead.
Going back
My
with
bad,
this
bro.
one.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so my thing is I could agree with things that you're saying, but I also can agree with things that he's saying too, because of the fact that I do believe that it's too many weak men out here. So you're letting people affect, like, for example, me who I am now. I don't give a hell what any one of y'all think. Right. You could be like, man, bro, you need to do that. If it's something that I don't think is going to help me, it don't matter.
Right.
It don't matter how you feel or anything. But so many people haven't come into that themselves. It's like they're letting all these other things affect them. I agree with him when he says weak men, because of the fact that if you are a weak man, yes, you'll let these women, ladies, and people that are basically more masculine than you start affecting how you're, oh, well, maybe I shouldn't do that. Maybe I shouldn't feel that way. Oh, maybe, oh, well, you know, I'm supposed to be more soft and gentle and all this other extra things and all that kind of stuff.
I think it changed the first time a man accepted, oh, you need to get in touch with your feminine side. And that nigga said,
nah, okay.
maybe you're right. Like,
a comedian said this one, and I was laughing about it because I'm like, funny, it was Patrice O'Neal. when he was like, oh, that's just
Legend.
inappropriate. Like, how many times do dudes sit around talking about, oh, that's inappropriate to say? That's more of a lady kind of thing that you hear people say, oh, that's inappropriate.
Well, I heard Justin say inappropriate before.
Oh yeah.
So,
Like a,
Man, I was reading the document.
It was
but
inappropriate.
the thing is, because it used to be like, men said things with men, it was like, bro, you gonna take it however I gave it to you.
Yeah.
I'm not about to, I'm gonna
Not finna
fix
sugarcoat
this stuff
nothing.
and sugarcoat it
Yeah,
to
yeah,
you.
yeah.
No, that's something you did with your wife, your girl, or something like that because I can't just come at your neck like I want to. But nowadays, it's like dudes over here like,
But see, when you come at your girl like that, right? You don't think coming at your girl like that and then teaching your kids to be soft on your women and stuff like that, that creates weak men, right? Because in a situation, y'all saying where the woman's trying to run everything, and like you said earlier, you was trying to avoid conflict, and you get a very conflict pro woman that likes to argue a lot, that's loud, that likes to fuss and cuss, but it's something about her that draws you to her, like the sex is good, y'all have a good relationship, but she still is a controlling aspect type of person. Not saying she's controlling you in your life, but she's very verbal in what she wants. You know what I'm saying? Would that still be a weak man, or would that be a masculine woman?
see, because me,
Both.
and I could say this now, it's like, man, like there's
Oh,
certain
no,
things that
I'm sorry. A woman trying to be masculine. Sorry,
Like-
I said that wrong.
my thing is because me and my wife talked about this last night with her friend because her friend was just kind of running her mouth
She
about
should have
certain
came
things.
over here, cuz.
And I was like, okay. And I'm like, but my wife right there, and I'm like, and like her friend was like, oh, well, I don't think a man should do all this other stuff. And I don't
Nobody
think a
asked
man
you what you think.
should feel this way. And she was like, oh, well, I'm not going to let a man check me and all this other stuff. And I'm like, okay. I'm gonna like
Kevin Sanders, dialogue, get a cat.
So I had to say, okay, here's how we do. Like, because I'm like, my wife was right here. You could ask her. Like, certain things, I don't give two craps about. If you feel that way about certain things, okay, whatever. I don't care. But ask my wife. There's not one time when I stand my ground. That's it. Like, it's done. Like, you ain't crossing this line right here. I don't care how you feel, how your mama feel, how your I don't care nothing about that. I'm like, if I'm here, nigga, here now. It's like, you wanted this is what it is.
Nigga, here now.
But I don't have to show, me, alpha man, you gonna shut up on everything.
Yeah.
Hey, you know, this is the line. And you better go back over there with that.
Mm-hmm.
You can talk to your friend about certain stuff. I don't give two craps about that.
Mm-hmm.
But when you come over here, and I told my wife the same thing, and she's more, you can even ask her about it because her friend was like, oh, the man paying all the bills, the man doing this, but the man shouldn't do this, the man shouldn't do that. And I'm like, this how you feel? This how you feel? Because let me know if you feel the way she feel. Okay, we can do that whole 50-50 thing and all
Why
that
you
stuff.
pulling into that bullshit, bro?
Because,
I'm like, bro.
Because if your friend is right there running her
like
mouth
conflict.
about certain things,
Nah.
I'm like, let's go on and make sure we get it straight.
But you can't. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Unless your wife was like, say it, girl, all that shit. Like, if she was doing all that, then you're like, hey, go ahead, chill, go to the room, go in the room, chill, go take a nap. But if she wouldn't do all that, hey, boy, I got.
No,
Man.
my thing is because
Because like you pull, that's like how girls be doing. Like,
No,
I'm
because-
talking about shit, right? And you sit there, you ain't said nothing, and she come over to you like, "Oh, this how you feel, Jeremy?
No, if
You gonna get a separate house, Jeremy? Oh, okay. That's I was like,
no.
man, you think I ain't even say nothing? Why you talking to me?
Because my
It's
whole
about
thing,
association.
Like, what the hell?
because my whole thing is, hey, because
You know it good damn well you wrong. Like, hey, you got mad.
Hot seat.
You got mad.
I ain't get mad.
At the
I
fridge.
ain't get mad.
You taking it
I was
out
just
of the way.
checking. I was checking her friend.
Hey, it was a
because-
temperature check.
No,
Yeah.
no. I'm sorry. No.
Come here.
If you come in
Let me
my
holler at you.
house,
You brought
trying
this book
to
over here?
Hold up. Here's my
This
thing.
your friend?
Here's my thing.
This your man's
If you
right
come,
here.
if you come in my house with certain ideology, hey, yes. That's your belief.
Okay.
That's your thoughts. That's
Okay.
all that
Yeah.
stuff.
All right.
Oh, what we're gonna do? We're gonna cut that at the door. She don't believe that, so don't let her think. Like, let's make sure we understand.
But that's what I'm saying.
You get away from her. Don't be
Oh,
letting
girl,
her
already
take your
thinking
thoughts.
wild. I don't care how you think. If your stuff is so far off the line of where I'm at, like your opinion don't matter no more. Like, okay, this ain't got nothing to do with anything.
As far as what?
As far as relationship.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
This is period.
This is period.
Okay.
This is me explaining how I think.
Okay.
All right, I got a homeboy. Like, we were talking about cookies. Like,
Okay.
serious cookies. There's a crumble cookie and there's insomnia cookies. Good as hell.
Okay.
I never had crumble, but insomnia is good as hell.
Something's good.
I went to, so good that I went, this is not a, like, sponsorship thing, but I believe in these niggas. Okay, I went to Boston, the first time I ever seen insomnia cookies. And I got every day 2 of the 12 packs, $24 a piece. Every day.
Every day?
Every day. That's how good they were, right?
Damn.
So that explains my love for insomnia. Talking to my homeboy, and he's like, hey, crumble better. Insomnia is trash. I looked at it and I walked away.
Gatorade's better.
I was like, this nigga tripping. I can't listen to nothing else he said.
At this point, your credibility in the cookie
You
game.
just shot yourself in the foot. Like, nigga, I'm never gonna take your opinion again.
No.
Because you are so far off of what I believe, we obviously have nothing to really talk about here. And that's why I would treat that girl like she over here talking about all this other stuff.
Now, the only reason
I don't give a damn what this girl
like,
think.
like me saying that, but also the fact that it's not just me there. So that is also why it's like, hold up, let's make sure we get something to understand.
But your wife already know where you stand, right?
Yeah, my wife know where I stand.
I can care what this girl say. This girl can say, "Hey, niggas should be in the kitchen barefoot
So
and
you
pregnant."
don't believe
I'd
friends
be like,
influence?
huh?
Friends have influence?
Yeah, they do influence, but it always
friends
comes with.
influence bad behavior. So, let's make sure you know where she stands.
But
before
I
you
control
start
bad
putting
behavior.
on her.
So basically, what you was doing was nipping it in the bud
Yeah,
before
before
it got started.
even like no,
But I control bad behavior.
How? You can't control other people's bad behavior.
Yeah, because I control if I accept it or not.
You can control your reaction to their bad behavior.
I know, but I bet that bad behavior won't happen again.
Because you won't be around.
I won't.
for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
there's a difference
bad
between
behavior.
married and not married. Because
But if
I can't
it,
hit
Jeremy,
you with the.
hold on.
He did speak it. Go ahead.
He said general. He said it was outside relationships too.
But I'm saying if it was enough that you had to go and check her about, it must have been big enough that it would cause a serious problem with you, right?
No. Yes, I would say yes.
Right?
Jeremy, that would cause a problem with you if your wife thought like her friend.
Yes,
That would cause a big serious problem with y'all.
It caused
So,
a
yes.
serious problem, right?
Yeah.
So it would be a problem where you would have to do something like
So let's just
in or out
right now.
because this is not where I'm going to live with, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So why is my idea wrong?
Hold up, because if
I don't
I'm
have to
doing
warn.
it
That's
before
one
it
thing I
starts
hate
and
parents doing. One thing I hate parents doing is warning their kid first about something they don't want them to do. Like, I don't want you to do this. So I'm not going to warn you.
Right.
I'm going to let you do it. And then I'm going to check you.
Right.
Because it's like you're going to have a heads up. Am I going to give you a heads up every time?
Hell
Every time we doing something, I'm going to have to tell you, hey, don't do this. Make sure don't do this.
I'll tell you once, maybe
It's
twice.
like, that
three
means
times,
that you really don't respect what I done said if I got to tell you every time.
If
I tell you every time.
It's the difference between telling you something one time
But
and
I
telling
know.
you every time.
I mean, I know, but
And
for
even
me,
when you don't do nothing, that's like, okay, for example, them kids be acting up at the store and stuff, and your mama look at you and like, I would suggest you do that.
yeah.
It's like, that's the same thing.
But, okay, because parents joke and stuff, but
I don't know. My
only thing mama ever said was, don't ask nothing. You ain't getting shit. Don't ask
You gotta
nothing.
respect that.
But she didn't tell us, she didn't warn us every time we go in the store. Because we got warned a while back. Daddy, man, shoot, I remember I got slapped for something he told me a couple of years ago that it's just irrelevant that I ain't always gonna be in this situation again to even have to worry about getting hit.
Wow.
So it's like the warning, like I'm not offensive warning. Bro, you know what you're supposed to do, what you're not supposed to do. You know what I'm gonna tolerate and what I'm not gonna tolerate.
Right.
So it's like I'm not gonna like jump down, especially if you ain't said nothing. If you done said something, yeah, like all right, well, okay, we gotta get your mind recalibrated to over here, or you can go out in the world and do whatever. Those are the choices. It's not like I run everything, but it's like there's things that are going to work over here, and then there's going to be conflict. I don't live in conflict, like especially at home. Like I got a conflict when I leave out this motherfucker. Like conflict here, especially when some bitch that I don't like jive with, some lady. Excuse me.
He took it back with job, though.
Yeah, you know what I mean? If I was like,
I'm
It's old school.
like,
Yo,
nah,
What
man.
job too?
Hey, that's what I'm saying. You just jumped in. But like, hey, she leave. Did you wait till she left, or you did it right there?
Right there.
Okay.
Like, I ain't gonna
Check
do
that
it with you.
situation.
Like, no. I'm like, oh, this how you feel?
That go back to how
I
you
mean,
say what I'm saying, bro. Give them an inch, they take a mile.
Yeah.
Let's say Jeremy would have left that conversation, and then that conversation would have went left with her friend, and she all like, you know what, you right, girl. You know, I really been thinking about some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Then Jeremy would have had a whole problem with his wife. Then now she trying to change the dynamics of what he already established.
It's like she gonna hype you up to be single.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's a cut. Like that's my superpower. Seriously, that's my superpower.
Cut off.
Because
See,
I
but
will walk.
also-
I will walk. If I got married, okay.
How you gonna be
Jeremy,
divorced quick as hell?
But he's okay with it.
But-
He gonna walk. What
Jeremy,
you mean?
okay, Cheryl,
Right.
Cheryl,
Ah, Jesus Christ.
Cheryl.
Hey, bro.
What did I do?
Sorry, y'all. We putting things on things on things.
Yeah,
on
I
things
say,
right now.
I ain't saying no last names. If
okay.
she watches this, fuck her. But, but like, y'all know the situation is like, you know what? I'll walk. I'll walk before I let you control me.
Right.
I'll walk before I'll be unhappy.
Right.
I'll just deal with it.
Right.
So it's like, I get it, marriage or whatever,
Right.
kids, whatever.
I'm out.
Before, because it's like, man, nah.
He keep his
My
hand-
respect are everything.
I could just
Man,
you
mine
just-
just wasn't working.
Yeah,
It just wasn't working. It
Shit
wasn't gonna work.
Wow.
shit happened.
Flip. They tried to change dynamics. And wasn't gonna work.
You got it.
Wasn't gonna work.
Coming from what Jeremy is like, in order to maintain this beast that we call a relationship, 'cause you got to keep in mind, you trying to force somebody to not only orbit what you got going on the whole thing, but actively like come into and be a part of it. It's like you know how the dinosaurs apparently died from an asteroid. That's what marriage is like, okay?
Dying from an asteroid.
No, what I'm saying is
Slowly.
you gotta let it hit and do what it's gonna do first. You gotta reshape your whole world. What you used to do, bro, I could sit on the couch, call 3 fees, play the game all day. Chick come through, she talking about it, she not talking about it. It is what it is. I'm not worried. It's a whole lot of
Back
not.
up for that.
I got a backup for. I got a lot of options. I'm not worried about one.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Justin's gonna still have those options though.
Yeah.
He played the game with his hand on the reset button, like think I want it.
Hey, it's not like that.
This is also a button I can push too. AVX reset, bitch. I can do that.
Hey, but
nigga
nah,
hold-
it's
that
for
nigga
real.
hold
Like,
control.
It's not like that. God been in love, like you know.
That nigga holding that hoe.
They got the joystick in one hand and a new game in another.
Nah, it ain't like
in
that.
case you get too hard.
Hey,
Just gonna have them options.
hey,
nigga. What
if
you
the game start glitching,
See what
man,
I'm
I'm pulling
talking
that disc out.
That's all.
It's
All
out.
it takes one little glitch.
Oh,
One
hell nah.
glitch and then
Hey, that
that's it.
thing lagging, hell nah. Get
Put
up
it out,
out of here,
put it out,
man.
Yeah, Regal snatched
I
the
didn't pay $60 for this damn game.
Return.
It's the internet connection.
This shit ain't working.
The only reason I say
Oh, you say blow on it?
you may have
Blow it
a
up.
great game, but you don't want to reset. You don't want to get rid of the whole game,
I get it.
and you can't find this game too many other places.
Me seeing things that I see things. I see Justin not caring about the first Mario. That's all I'm seeing.
Yeah, I mean, nah, I ain't played.
Because when you died, then you had to start.
Yeah. But what I'm
Let me
saying,
get some of the team.
it's not like that because, me and Kristen been off and on. See, I will play the game again. But, all right, shoot. Well, let's see if we work them bugs out.
Yeah.
If the bugs ain't worked out,
If you still glitching.
yeah, okay, I gotta, shoot, I'm playing different games. These is fun. We'll figure it out. Like, shoot, man, I gotta say,
But this is what I'm
once
saying.
you get married,
This is what I'm saying. Like I said, the asteroid came and restructured your whole space. So now we ain't dealing with dinosaur issues. My old ways. This is the dinosaurs.
yeah.
Now I gotta take into consideration all these other people that's in my life that's a part of my world now.
Yeah.
And in order for me to change all this again, either I gotta have a mass extinction. That's what the divorce is like. I'm done with y'all. Fuck all y'all. Or another asteroid come and then I'm restructuring my. It's like I've already dealt with one controlled calamity. I had to get with this person and mesh all my stuff to make sure. Okay,
But
I'm not gonna change this. She's not gonna change this. I'm not. And we went through that list, and then we said, "Hey, but you
Is this
understand
gonna
me as
work?
the
Is this
head.
not gonna work?
This is my vision. So anything that you got that's out of line with what I see us going through, you need to cut it off, or we're gonna get to that point, and I gotta check you.
Or I can just go
That's-
somewhere
yeah,
else.
Huh?
Or I can find another asteroid.
Yeah.
yeah.
And that's what we trying to avoid. We trying to avoid
But-
nuclear holocaust.
But the asteroid, like, man, it provided growth.
But that's what I'm saying.
yeah, but
Jeremy
that's what I'm
is
saying.
vastly different from Jeremy in college. Wolf Jeremy and Father Jeremy, two different Jeremys.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
he like I
I
look all
concur
this
wholeheartedly
up,
with that statement.
and no matter how many asteroids he throw in there, he never gonna get the wolves back. The wolves are extinct now.
They not.
Like, but they shouldn't be. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You talking about wolves is extinct. It's like, nah, wolves is alive and present.
They
I
get
just see what it ran across goddamn road.
They making a
You gonna
comeback.
tell me, especially when
I'm
it
happy
ain't.
where I'm at.
I ain't saying you.
Hold up.
I'm not. Hey, it's
I'm
not
happy with
getting
where-
Jeremy is
wolves.
a very
It's not,
happily
it's
married
not
man.
getting
He
wolves.
loves
That's
his
the
wife.
problem.
That's what I'm saying.
And no problem.
The asteroid came,
What?
destroyed
I got you,
the
my boy.
wolves, and he like, we didn't even need that invasive species over here.
No,
We got
no, it's the threat of wolves. The threat, not the actuality of the wolves being there, but the threat of wolves.
Because sometimes you gotta just give them to the wolves.
that's true.
I'm just saying, it's like, I mean, I get it.
Again. Okay,
Man,
yeah.
Sometimes you
y'all-
gotta send them on out there,
Okay,
bro.
y'all take
They
favors.
not appreciating
To a
what you
different
provide,
level.
so you gotta go ahead and kick them on out to the
I'm
side,
done
bro.
with these animals.
Give them to the
Yeah,
wolves.
over
I'm
there.
pure animal. That's all I can
But
be.
like I said, in your universe, it's like, hey, your asteroid came and it shaped you into who you are now, and it would be a traumatic experience. You trying to alter yourself to be something different because you like, I'm comfortable in this.
It
The
worked.
people that come with, they enjoy, they like the solidarity that you display. Like, hey, I don't shake, I don't fall, and you ain't worried about no more asteroids. Why? Because ain't nothing gonna change me. You
Yeah.
can't, and that can't. In his world, the asteroid came. Hey, we got this bond. I don't care about. I'm gonna check all the species on this planet. All them.
Anything that comes against this,
So if you
getting checked.
you had that alien of a homegirl show up in my living room, and she got to telling you how she do shit on her planet, and Jeremy was like, before you get started with your invasion plan, let me tell you this: I'll murk you right now.
But that's the thing. That's the
I'll
thing.
murk you and your idea.
That's the thing, though. All I'm saying is, it's like,
Yeah, no Viva
For me,
Revolution.
yeah. For me, for the foundation of what it is,
Yeah.
just off of what it is, like in the seriousness, the gravity, the whole thing, of the marriage, whatever. I shouldn't have to even question it.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have to I shouldn't have to say nothing because I should know which side of the line you fall on.
No.
Now I should know what side of the line you fall
I
on.
don't think
But
he
you
was
gotta
checking
put
his
this-
girl. He was just showing, okay, you got all this going, but let me.
I think it was
This who
trying
you
prove his
talking
friend
to?
wrong.
This is what he basically said. This who you talking to, love? You believe her? No. Exactly. Happily married woman. A woman over here telling me about her declarations of war for every man she gonna get
Oh,
with.
okay.
You ain't out here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you jumped up.
Like, no.
I thought you jumped ahead. Like,
Oh,
man,
no.
what you
It's like,
talking about?
My wife
It's
is
just-
not
I'm
saying
just trying to
anything.
prove.
It's just I'm just showing your friend. This is a happily married woman. You over here wanting those kind of things, but
This is what it is.
this is what it is.
But
So
that,
while
again,
you over here thinking you could tell and plant little seeds and talk about this and that.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I
No.
can't do this and I wouldn't be able to do that.
but it's more off of
wouldn't
the
be my
actions
man.
than anything. But I mean, I get what you're saying. But you do that and like, hey, baby, you believe her? Nah. All right.
So what does
Friend
she
or
do
whatever.
believe?
Huh?
What if she do believe some points of what she's saying?
Well, I mean, shit. I mean, that's over here.
Is she gonna act
It
on it or
depends on.
not?
That's what I'm saying. Actions speak louder than words.
Jeremy,
But
what if she does believe
You know what I'm
a
saying?
couple of things that she's saying?
But
Not
you
saying
know
she
how-
believes the whole aspect.
you know how it
just a
is with
couple
your
of
homeboys,
things.
anyways. You be talking shit or whatever, and then if it ain't real, if I ain't about what I said I was,
Right, it's just talk.
it is just talk.
Now-
And if you call me in front of somebody,
I was gonna go to the next.
Oh,
okay.
I was just
All
gonna
right,
say
yeah, my bad.
one real quick thing, real quick.
Then you gonna
Okay,
introduce, you won't believe it or not.
there's a difference. If I'm talking to my friends, yeah, we could talk trash about everything. But if my wife was in the room, you don't think certain things would be like, hold up, my
Yeah, maybe
wife
we
is
shouldn't talk about
literally
that.
Here, maybe I shouldn't say that like this.
It-
Just
it-
like with her friend being in the room. If her and her friend over there talking trash, y'all talk that trash on over there. Ain't got nothing to do. If I'm in the room, hold up.
And you involved in the conversation.
Like, yeah, let's fix that real quick.
Because what you don't want is your side being too silent now. Don't get. It's like, yeah, and I'll beat up everybody in here, and your girl just sit silent. He ain't gonna fuck me up. You need to explain that to him. Because if I said it's a declaration of war, if you said it's like, well, she must believe in her man. 'Cause then I gotta,
yeah,
I'm just saying it's
yeah, I'm with you.
it's far as it's from where you sit and what you say. I have, like I said, I agree to a degree.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. It's a whole bunch of instances and conversations that go on, and I'm gonna breeze right by it. I'm not finna come and check. I'm not checking you for this or checking her for this. I'm like, I don't necessarily care whether she find a man or not. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. But what I want her to understand is, hey, when she walked through this door, she sat in this house, and she's telling this all to you as if she has an audience. I want her to understand the propaganda in the idiot like stuff you saying right now is not being received by anybody here. Just so you know, hey, babe, you believe that? No. All right, you can keep going. You can waste your time. You choose, but I've said my piece now. You understand that all that you talking ain't gonna change nothing operating over here. So you might as well, in my opinion, if you smart, you change the subject. Talk about something more productive. That's what I'm just saying.
I feel that. I can feel that. I can
Yeah,
get
but
with it.
like I said, it depends on if you in there and she talk crazy, and I'd be like,
The way he said productive.
do something different. And it is what it is. All
He
right,
said productive.
you won't believe this is brought to you by.
As always, love to shout out my beautiful wife. Love you, baby. Check out her different pages. Wasted Desires. They sell waist beads, anklets, bracelets, thigh chains, all those different type of things. Go wasteddesires.com. Also on Facebook and on Instagram, you could check out Yanni Like Mine and Traces Like Mine. Traces Like Mine is black products for women, black women to help black women. And then choices like mine. Ladies, take care of it. It don't take care of itself.
Understood. Tyler Bailey, Luxury Clothes by Luxury Guy. My cousin Mike, he does a podcast, State of Being. I mean, it's SOB, but it's not the way you think. Like I said, State of Being. D-Mac, he's a barber. Anybody want to show some love to?
I'm good.
You good?
Yeah, bro. You said thigh chain?
Yeah.
I don't know how to act.
You want a thigh chain?
No. I see a girl, like, you know, whatever, like, oh, you got a thigh chain on? Girl, what's that?
That's
I
definitely a
Smell like
conversation.
copper. Yeah, you know.
It smell like copper.
Yeah, but like, I be intrigued like that. That's different. I ain't never heard that before. Because you said thigh chain. I was like,
Sterling Silver down there.
Is it silver? What is it like? Is it like a band or is it like
Okay, so they
metal?
have the
Is it-
cotton ones, they have the little lace ones, they have the
Lace.
actual metal ones.
Okay.
Like it
Not
hangs
cotton.
down, and sometimes it look like a garter belt.
they try to
stuff
look like
that.
warriors and shit?
When I told him make the bridesmaid garter belts, he was like, "Nah." I was like, "Some of these fees ain't gonna get married."
Dead.
Like that friend. She
Dead.
might not ever reach the level of marriage,
Dead.
so she needs.
Die lauded by a cat.
She needs that.
She gonna need a nigga like me.
Yeah. And be like,
Keep her acting right, because
You know,
she
what
out
you
there.
what you gonna do is you gonna buy the
Be the real animal out here in
bridesmaid
these
garter
streets.
because you ain't getting
What's
married.
it called? Wasted desire?
Yes.
Dead.
Yeah,
Dude.
she can.
Like, don't
She
get that.
wasted her desire to get married with this foolish thought. See, it all working together. You
Hey,
really,
man.
your wife is really helping
Check out
the
the
community.
thigh chain. See what's
Check out
up
them
with
thigh
it.
chains. Not a balling chain, a thigh chain. You see what I'm saying? It's different. CDC disproves that black men are absentee fathers and shows that they are in children's lives more than other races for the most part. Well, they only spoke about Hispanics
Hispanic, white, and
Yeah.
black.
and black.
They ain't talks about Asians and
Nah, they ain't
other
talking about
descent.
Asians or Middle Eastern.
Eastern Asians.
So, but those are the those are the three highest populations. I don't know why I said two, put three in, figures up. But the reason I thought about this so much is because you hear so many people talk about black men not being in their children's lives. But even the CDC, if you look up statistics and all these other things going on, black men are in their child's lives.
Right.
Just because you got a trash dude that, like, understand, if they saying that, is like 20% of men are sleeping with 80% of the woman. If your man ain't in your
That
life,
20%.
more than likely he got another outside kid somewhere.
Well,
Statistically speaking.
outside of statistics, when you got we all know the people who complain and speak the loudest. When you got somebody who's sitting up here and they pumping that through your televisions every day, they going like, when have you in school heard somebody say, "Oh, my dad's in my life"? Most people just take that as it's a given. Like, "Oh yeah, your dad should be there."
Yeah.
It's the
Yeah,
one.
mom and dad.
Yeah, it's the one who don't have. "Oh, my dad a deadbeat." He always got to bring this up. Like,
Yeah,
bro,
Like,
you, I understand you're hurt by that, but at the same time, like, you keep saying it, and over time, we as a society,
that's
watch
mama
that.
telling him.
Yeah.
And he's telling.
Repeat this.
Yeah.
Regurgitate this. Say this.
Your daddy ain't.
Yeah, but
whatever.
I'm just like,
Yeah.
it's just like German wife sitting up there, a happy wife sitting down. This woman over here complaining about men and their inability to be as masculine as she need for them to be. And okay,
Which friend
I'm
is it?
happy right now.
It's
Like, but I'm just like,
Do I know him?
I'm happy. That's what the
Kids.
Jerry wife sitting in the seat like, but I'm
Show me
happy.
Facebook.
Yeah.
Like, I don't see the
What she
point.
look like?
I don't feel the need to jump into that conversation or give rhetoric and dialogue to it because, hey, that's your problem, sweetie. I ain't my man right over there. He
He
gonna
just
come in
paid
here.
the bills.
Yeah,
It's
he
April
probably
1st.
he probably gonna come check me about that because you in here right
See?
now. Just
That's okay.
what's up?
Question again.
Oh, my bad. The CDC disproves black men are absentee fathers and shows that they are in their children's lives more than anyone.
Okay. Then you get the dynamics of the women that's not letting the dads actually see the kids because of other girlfriends or other new relationships or because they have other children, or because have another child. You know, it's so many dynamics to where you get the bitter woman, you get the woman that's trying to control, you get all those aspects. So in that of saying that the fathers are actually there is because in really actuality, guys want to raise their kids. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We don't want anything to happen bad to our seeds. You know what I'm saying? That's in actuality. Legacy. Yeah, this is us recreated type shit. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So we don't want anything to happen, nor do we want anything to happen to, you know, if you're a real solid individual dude, you don't want anything to happen to any kind of kid. So if you put...
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I was just going to put this disclaimer out there real quick. Yes, ladies, we do realize there are some trash dudes out there that don't handle a responsibility, that don't take care, don't want to take care. They just trash. But most men are not that.
And in fact, like, I don't know if y'all know much about science, but those are called trace elements. Those are like so low that they don't even count in the grand scheme of things. It's not a lot of, especially black men who out there who doing that. You found it and you
blew it up.
But the truth is, it's bigger to you because you live in it. It's like if I'm sitting up here and I'm the one cell sitting in a trace amount of cyanide, then yeah, it's cyanide everywhere for me. But for everybody else, the dilution of it is not gonna permeate through this society. It won't happen. So, my bad.
No, you good. No, because what I was saying, you right, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, because, like, okay, I see more often than not of women trying to keep the kid away from the guy. You know what I'm saying? I see that more than I see a deadbeat dad.
Right.
Because I know in the circles that I run with, and I know the people that I know, I'm not saying everybody in the world, but I'm saying the circles that I run with, we're going to hold them accountable for not trying to take care of their kid, or they're not trying to do right with their child or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Because I know everybody here, we're going to be like, hey, bro, how your kid? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's a talking point.
You know what I'm saying? That's part of the conversation. That's a part of introduction. You know what I'm saying? When you start a conversation with your friend, you know what I'm saying? You're going to ask about his family. You know what I'm saying? Make sure everybody good. You know, especially if you ain't talked to him about a couple weeks or so.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? How everybody over there, bro? You know what I'm saying? Y'all good? You know what I'm saying? Shit like that.
Yeah.
But in essence, we have to keep the fact that black men actually want children. You know what I'm saying? Right. If we didn't want the kids, we wouldn't have them here. You know what I'm saying? Shit, it's man, there's ways to not having children. You know what I'm saying? Like shit, pull out method, condoms, Plan B's. You know what I'm saying? Birth control, all kind of shit. But I'm just saying, it's all kind of. Like if you wear a condom, you pull out and give up Plan B. There's no fucking possible way she can have a baby.
That's true.
I think that's excessive.
No, it's not excessive.
It's excessive, but there's no fucking possible way.
Feared children for the longest. No,
condom and pull out is all you need.
This pull out game.
Condom is really all you need. But I understand sometimes condoms make
accidents. Yeah,
but if you got condom and pull out, fam, that 0.1% that condom might have malfunctioned is then negated by the pull. Do not go spend an extra $50 on it.
Man.
Yeah.
Don't go spend that extra $50.
I'm just saying, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm saying, like, in aspects of making sure that I don't have any
understood.
All these things can be done. You know what I'm saying? This protocol can happen.
These statistics and these 90s old. I'm trying not to.
You saying 90s?
Go ahead and say it, bro.
Well,
that ain't even the 90s.
The
little ass nigga.
Old 80s black women tropes of.
That ain't the 80s.
Men don't want to take care of their children. Men just want to skeet and do all this. Hold up. Where are these dudes at?
You know why that came about and got so big, bro?
What happened?
So they can get money from the government, bro. That's why they got that so big. Deadbeat dad. The government put these stipulations on that to where they can't have the dad there. If they have the dad there, they won't help them. And if they got the dad that's in prison or something, got a felony on them or misdemeanor A or something like that and can't get a good job because of this, you know what I'm saying? He's not going to be able to provide. So they're going to take him out the house and get somebody that can provide. The government.
Mm-hmm. So, I'm glad you brought up the prison part.
Yeah.
On that same CDC study, they found out that it's 1 in 11. So at a certain time, I don't know if that's even statistically accurate today, but 1 in 11 black men serving time. Like that's just what it is. So every time you see 11 black men, just know there's another black guy locked up. It's like 1 in 43 for Latinos, and for the vast majority of the population, which I'm not saying this to be like a strike towards them. For the white Americans, it's 1 in 111. So every 111 people that you see as a white person, you can sit back and be like, oh, now there's somebody in jail, right? The reason I said we ain't gonna count the 80s and we can't count the 90s is because I know people gonna be like, but the truth is, the crack epidemic then came through and you locked up majority of the men. The number was far. It was 1 in 3, 1 in 5 back in those times because all of them getting caught up on drug cases, right? So now the father is not in the house because the father is locked up in the big house, and the woman's like, I need somebody to supplement, help me with these bills, and the government has stepped in. So now the government has showed up, and they're giving you this check, and will your father get out next week? Wait.
They don't want to help him.
He been in jail 4-5 years. If it's 3 strikes and he got out, he lucky because he should have been in there for life, according to Joe Biden and the people that
the 90s crime bill.
Right.
Yeah,
Super criminals. So in a way, we as black people are the test subjects for this crazy lab experiment to see how much can black people endure, right?
Yeah.
Eventually, now we coming on the other end of that, and we showing that, hey, out of all that you did, there's still black fathers who want to be part of their child life. Yeah. And even though you can put all these hurdles in these black men's way, they still found a way. It was still a dude out there who just got off his case and still went home, got kicked out by his wife, but he still, hey, when my kids have a game, I'm going to show up. You can't kick me out of a child's game. Yeah. Oh, they finna graduate, it don't matter. You can't kick me out of a graduation. Son, send me a ticket. Daughter, send me a ticket. Mm-hmm. Still present, even though you revoke and restrict my access, you can't, my determination to be in the life, and that's why I feel like, granted, the CDC don't have to show me that. I already knew, but at the same time,
that's what I already know.
Black men, like I said, with all that put in front of them, I'm playing the game on a hard setting, but I'm still finding a way to win with my children. So it's difficult for me to sit back and say that whole trope that was brought out back in like the 1960s, if we being honest, that was brought out in the 1960s, the true intent of it was to defame or be deleterious to the black people, like black men in general. Like it was to defame and harm our character.
So I seen this study on TikTok, right? It was a study to where it was nothing but a bunch of single moms, black. All of them were black, all of them single moms, right? Mm-hmm. And they were like, how many of you would like to marry your baby daddies, right? And it was only one girl that raised her hand out of maybe 12, right? And he was like, well, you seen that? What I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. Okay, so the dude was like, you know what I'm saying? How many of y'all would marry y'all baby fathers or whatever? And just one girl raised her hand, right? And then he was like, why would y'all live? I can do it by myself. I can raise my kid by myself. I don't need no man. And this was these women was saying, you know what I'm saying? Right. Now, I don't know where these women came from. I don't know where the study came from.
The study they did was like in the late 80s, early...
it was like 86. Mm-hmm. It was 86. I remember.
And I was like, okay, but it showed how certain people's mentality was, but then also it was showing that you're basically cutting them out, not them not wanting to be show there. Up.
Exactly.
It's just you're removing them.
And that's where I got, that's where I was getting at.
Oh, okay.
It's the effort to make the man not be there. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's the fact that we as men have to go above and beyond just to be a regular dad. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? We can't we got to be super dads to be regular dads. You know what I'm saying? We gotta make sure we taking care of X, Y, and Z with the child support, cutting our checks down, 1/3 of our money coming out. You know what I'm saying? We still gotta be able to do everything we're supposed to do as a dad to those kids. You know what I'm saying?
I was over here thinking while we were talking about this. So, you know what song really makes this pop? I'm Sorry, Miss Jackson. Where
Big boy came.
it's like, yes, I will be present on the first day of school and graduation.
Yeah.
And I'm like, just thinking about that song. It was like, man, yeah, me and your mom didn't work. Me and your daughter didn't work out and all that kind of stuff. But I still want to be in my child's life.
Yeah.
And then he talking about all the issues that keep coming up because they don't want him to be there. But black fathers are still trying to be there.
Exactly.
It's like, I give praise to those men that, well, I'm happy that men that are in their children's life are there. But then I am also saddened because there are men out here that truly want to help raise and teach their children. But it's like, oh, well, the stupidest thing, I've heard this for a couple of women, so I was like, that's why I was always afraid of having children. Up until I met my wife, I was like, the 3 things I feared was God, catching some kind of disease I can't cure, and children. Because I never want to be another statistic out there. But I think about it, I'm like, man, that is, it's like, when you hear about the things that go on in this world, and you wonder, like, people trying to do right that want to do right, but it's always somebody trying to hold them over. And then it's like, if you tell them I'm being screwed, it's like, oh, man, you're not trying hard enough. Nigga, I done tried. I killed this hoe, and neither one of us be in our child life.
Oh, he didn't go to murder.
I'm just saying, like, and I've heard this from numerous people, and I thought it myself at one point in time.
But this was.
Yeah, bleep that.
Like,
Yeah,
Don't bleep that. Don't kill.
Dang it.
I can
You can't put the whole easy, man.
You got it.
You gotta take it all.
Hey, our editor's gonna fix this.
He gonna fix that. We gotta let him know.
He gonna know once he read. Cause I'm gonna say right after.
Yeah, but going back to it, when you really dive into what took place, it's like you can't sit back and try to. You can't be over here calling all the plays and us as a people running the play perfect, right? And then you blame us because nobody scored. Like nobody's scoring. I ran the play exactly like you said. Everything went to plan. You set it up for me to be out here and the cops to be racially profiling, but they not getting accused of racial profiling because we can't. It's not an ironclad. We can't fully say that this is that.
We don't know their motives, so we can't tell you.
You sat back and you had us in the 80s absent the household, and then you showed up like the pimp paying for all the lights to stay on, and then when I get back, she figured like, I gotta do far less for the government. Literally, they want me to be nothing, and they gonna pay me for that, and you have expectations for me? Bro,
I'm gonna take the easy route.
I'm gonna take the easy route. 1/3 from you, 1/3 from you, and 1/3 from you. That's why you got, what'd you say, 20 hitting 80?
Yeah.
That's why you got, okay, hey, I'm gonna take 1/3, you gonna take 1/3, you gonna take, because half of the regular men, the rest of us, the ones that, the 88% of black people who marry other black people,
Yeah.
the 88% of us, we got together and we making it work. And for those of us who can't seem to make it work, they finding a way to make it where we can at least communicate enough so that I can be present in my child's life. Like, I can do that. We finding a way. The stereotype and the trope is really ain't got nothing to do with us. The primary person on Section 8 and getting government assistance is a white woman, 2 kids. That's the truth. That's the fact. They don't display that on your. They don't show that on your TV. They don't show that.
They want to skew the numbers.
it don't look good if you telling me the majority of America, because they still, majority.
Yeah.
Most of y'all need government assistance just to make this thing work. Most of y'all. We gonna fix it for y'all. But for the black files, because we want to push our... First of all, now I'm sounding like a conspiracy theorist. Let me stop. What I'm saying, though, is this.
Hey.
Black men...
It's not a theorist if there's actually conspiracy, man.
True.
It's right there.
But black men on a consistent basis have been in their child's life through whatever hardships they may come across.
And when they in the child's life, the child is better for.
The child is better. Guaranteed.
It's proven.
It's without a doubt. A black father raises a child. The child less likely to go to prison, more likely to graduate high school.
Less likely to be on drugs. Less likely to commit assaults.
It's like
I don't think weed's a drug.
Either way. But what I'm saying is, for households, it's like black men are the miracle drug to make all of it work.
It ain't that,
And
bro.
you don't
It's
even
just
have to
that
be...
it has to be a structure because the way God intended it.
Right.
It's a structure. Women are for the catering, the nurturing. Men are for the discipline, the structure.
Right.
It all comes together to make life easy.
Individual.
Life easy.
Yeah.
It comes together to make life easy. We do the hard back-breaking labor, and they do the mind meniscus stuff in the house.
Right.
We go outside with the elements. They're inside because we want to protect them.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't inside because they have to do inside things. We got them inside because we want to protect them from elements and shit that's outside.
Yeah.
We want to put y'all behind a lock and key that we can only get in this motherfucker because we want to be the ones to be here for you.
And that goes back to when you a guy from birth, your value is mighty low. Because
Exactly.
you don't know how to protect. You don't know how to maintain a household. You don't even know how to wipe your own backside. Let's be
Still
real.
a lot of niggas that don't know how to do that now.
It's what it is.
The fuck?
And then, but as a woman,
What?
you've already reached a place for me. It's like, hey, look, I'm just trying to protect what I got. Like I said, it comes in tears. A guy gives a woman, hey, I want to make sure my wife good.
Right.
Like, so I'm gonna do what I gotta do to make sure she good. Now I don't want to step into the realm of simping, but look, earlier I said if I got 32-inch TV money and I put a 32-inch TV on the wall, it's simping if I go and break my back and put 42 inches up there. But if I get that 32, we good.
It's better than nothing.
It's better than nothing, and you happy. You can sit here and watch this TV, and ain't nobody gonna come and take that one away. Why I paid for it with the sweat on my brow.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, as you progress through in your manhood, and what black people have done, like I said, you said hardship make maturity, but there's a lot of mature black people from all the hardships and shit America has sent us through. We should be hella mature at this point.
Man, hold on, bro. But then you got the other side that's been princessed and then been catered to a whole life and shit like that. And that make them, those are the people with the money that make the motherfucking society like, you got to be X, Y, and Z. That created the cancel culture. That created all the alphabet culture and all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
But that goes back to
Because they want to do what the fuck they want to do.
Right.
Excuse me. I'm sorry.
It's easier to like somebody that's gonna do what you say.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's
Yes,
not.
man.
It's gonna be very rare that a person like this panel, right? People like this panel is gonna be on television like mainstream. You have to find another outlet. Podcasts had to come up. YouTube had to come up. You got to go find this. You ain't gonna find it, cause you mean to tell me you want to tell me that I'm wrong and want me to put a show about it? You crazy? What? Mona Scott will go get a female before she let a man do that. You ain't gonna tell me I'm wrong and make me make a show about it. You're stupid.
Hey.
you silly.
Sound
And
like
then-
some oxymoron.
Yeah, and then you going back to it. You got the TV coming on, right? TV coming on. Where the men at? We outside in the elements, like he just said. I'm out here. I'm the workforce. I'm the construction. I'm the this. I'm the that. I'm not really watching as much TV as you think. Football really takes off because it's on Sunday, fam. Sunday night football. What?
They
I'm off
made
work.
sure to put it
I'm
on the
gonna put
day
it on
I
the day.
can watch it freely.
And nobody should be bothering me because Sunday it's supposed to be a day of rest. And they gonna be here on the TV. Leave me alone. You know I gotta work Monday. I ain't got time for this. So the rest of the 6 days that you don't watch TV, it's crazy what's being pumped through. It's absurd. I don't care. I'm tired of them. Stop revamping Real Housewives, fam. Because every time,
8, 9 of them.
every time they get on there, it's always some lady on there talking about she got to get divorced from her husband because he no longer making the money that he was making. And so now we jump right back into this whole, well, is it simping? For him, it wasn't. If I was a major football coach and I'm out all the time and you living in a mansion, like, I can't help it that the canary feel like the mansion is a cave. Like the mansion is a cage. I didn't lock the door. Go get some friends. Take your ass somewhere. Do something. I'm not stopping you from being great.
Dude.
Go.
They just don't know how to be loyal, bro.
But
Yeah,
But-
we ain't gonna go into that. We ain't gonna go on
Yes,
on
but-
that
what
one.
I'm
just saying,
saying
bro.
is,
I'm just saying, bro. You
For
get
certain
let,
ones,
let me
though.
explain that. You get somebody that's bored now because they got everything they want. They get bored.
That's what I said.
Hold on, then hold on.
I gave the remedy already.
Let me hold on. Let me.
make it toxic. Add a little toxic.
You
Give
get,
us something
you,
to
get,
heal.
you get somebody that's bored and don't have really nothing to do with a lot of time on their hands. You taking care of all the X, Y, and Z, the ins and outs. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get a woman that's going to be curious. That's why you get these desperate housewives. That's why you get these motherfuckers that's sleeping with the pool guys and shit like that.
No sense.
It ain't the fact. It's the fact that the dude going out and doing what he's supposed to do when he come home. He don't want to talk about emotions. He don't want to talk about that shit. He don't want.
all week.
It's mostly, mostly, he wants to have sex because that's what guys like to do. For the most part, they like to fuck the woman they with, right? I mean, you wouldn't be with the woman you with if you ain't like fucking her. Period. The only thing that makes the difference between a friend and a woman is motherfucking me fucking. I mean,
It's gotta be more.
no. What? I'm not saying. I'm saying this is what I want to do when I get home instead
That is
of
true.
talking
That is
about
true.
instead of talking about
Like,
emotions and
I
shit
mean,
like
I
that. I
will
want to
though.
get this physical energy out.
I
Then
will
maybe
though.
we can talk about some pillow talk and talk about emotion a little bit after that. But I need to get this physical energy out because I got a lot of shit that's in my mind or my head. I need to relax. Ain't no better way than relax than busting a nut.
I'm just saying.
That's true.
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah. I gave you the remedy, man.
it's just a little toxic.
Yeah, you gotta
We
be.
ain't got.
And on that note,
Is it we rapping?
yeah, we rapping.
All right.
Yeah. So, everyone, if you feel something, put comments at the bottom. Let us know how you feel, what you think about it. If you agree, if you disagree, all that good stuff. We would love to hear from you. Also, check out Simp'ing, the number 4, DA People. We're on all your podcast streaming networks. If you can't find us, you're not looking for us.
And also, if you on YouTube, like I said before, I'll say it again, in order to make that search just a little easier for you, cut down on a whole bunch of that wasted space with other people podcasts and things of that nature. Something, the number 4, DA People, and just a small podcast right there. Then just type that out. Boom. We gonna be in the top searches right there, guaranteed. Stars, likes, share, follow, all those things. That's what we want. So let me. Step 1, like my show. Step 2, subscribe to this show. Step 3, if you ain't gonna give the max amount of stars, save it and go and find one of those other search results that's gonna pop up when you type in something for the people and go get him the bad rate. Just if you don't like what you got, then leave. You gotta hate. You gotta hate.
Dislike. Like, hey, man, don't do that.
Just go on about your business. You know what I'm saying? It ain't what it is. But, and a review. If you like what you see and you think we saying something of quality, or if you like what you see but you also disagree and want to add your voice to our space, which is A-okay with me, type that in. Show us what you got to say. And if nobody gonna read it, I'm gonna read it. but I'm sure everybody over here, Something for the People, will read it. That being said, this has been another episode of Something for the People.
Be easy.
Hold it down.
Low.